If you're not controversial in a world that's utterly insane, then it's time to find a mirror and ask why. If a world that's insane doesn't see you as insane, you should find a mirror and ask why. The idea is to show people that they don't need to follow anyone, they need to follow themselves and become their own center of constructing their perception. What you can do is help that process by the information you put out there. Renegade mind, what is that? Well, you can have a critically thinking mind, and you can put dots together and you can see something and you can see what's happening. But a critically thinking mind that can see it, or at least some of it, won't necessarily do anything about it. It might still conform in fear of not conforming. A renegade mind will never do that. A renegade mind is a critically thinking mind, a constantly questioning mind, a not taking anything on face value mind without checking it out, especially if it comes from authority. It won't be intimidated into cooperating with tyranny, because the renegade mind has self-respect. Self-respect is the state of being that has ended every single tyranny in human history, because it's self-respect that says, no, I'm not cooperating. My self-respect won't allow it. It's all a psychological operation. And they want your self-respect. A renegade mind will never give it to them. But they want your self-respect because they know that once your self-respect has been handed over, there's nothing left. What's left with you then is submission. That's all that's left. And this is why, in the psychological game, they put monumental morons, people like Biden, people like Johnson, people like Daniel Andrews in Victoria, Australia, and other leaders in Australia. They want you to see it. And they want you to see all the contradictions in what these morons are telling you to do. They want you to see them, because if you can see that a moron is telling you to do something, and you can see that what they're telling you to do has no basis in common sense or science, but you still do it, they've got your self-respect. And all that's left is submission. And a renegade mind will never hand over its self-respect. Never. I'll die first. And I willingly die first. And they can't intimidate me because I'm unintimidatable, because I'm not frightened to death. That's the renegade mind. If you don't see what's going on and refuse to cooperate with it, by very little time from now, you, your kids and grandkids are going to be living in a global fascist dictatorship of total 24-hour surveillance control. If you don't want that to happen, get off your frickin' ass.
Hello, it's Pops here. So you'll see the title of my show today, and I'll be talking about basically what they're doing to force God's hand. There is a religious order out there that basically thinks they're doing good by forcing God's hand to wipe the earth out, to get it over with, to force revelation to come sooner than it's supposed to. Okay, so I don't know if any of you follow different types of things that have gone on in history. You have a Jesuit order who is more or less thinking they're doing good and trying to force revelation down our throats. They want, if it was up to them, they would have God come down here today and just blow the whole planet up. They want the end to come. They're forcing the Almighty God's hand. And believe me, he's running out of patience. So I don't know. Every day I wake up, I see all kinds of more craziness. And just stupid stuff that really is irrelevant. I got to show you some irrelevant news that's going on that I don't know what I don't understand it. What are they trying to do here? Don't make sense. Nothing makes sense. So that's why I'm here. I wanted to talk about it. I am going to put a link if anybody wants to join. Let me put it up there for everybody. So how's everybody doing? We got Rick Nielsen in the house. How are you, Rick? I'm going to put the link in the chat. Just give me a moment. Wasn't really ready to start the show at this moment, but I said, heck with it. I'll just do it. Don't matter. So I put the link there. Anybody wants to join, more than welcome. And let me pin it to the top. All right, so it's all pinned up. So the globalist, I want to put this in perspective. So the globalist in general, I would say 75% of them are just non-God believing people. They don't believe in anything. They kind of like just believe we're here, like some type of Darwin's theory or whatever you want to say. That, you know, there is no almighty God. There is no devil. None of this stuff exists. It's just us, and that's it. So these globalists don't care about any morals. They're just basically doing what they do. Okay, Rick. Now you also got maybe 25% of these globalist elites that are basically satanic worshipers. I don't know if these numbers are right, 75, 25%, but I'm just trying to put this in some type of logical order. So even if it's 10% of these elite globalists that are satanic worshipers, they know the truth. There are a lot of books that have been hidden from us. They're probably, half of them are probably in the Catholic Vatican, in the basement there, in their library. It's not a conspiracy. They got books there that nobody's ever seen. Okay? It's not like they're letting somebody down there to record all the books they have and stuff. No, it doesn't happen. Only special people get to go down there, and they're not allowed to see everything. Okay? So there's probably some type of history of books that kind of prove that the Almighty God does exist and actually that Satan exists, okay? So these globalist elites that do basically worship Satan or whatever, Satan's goal is to get the Almighty to come down there and blow this shit up. I mean, that's really what his goal is also. So this is what's going on right now. I mean, it looks like the four horsemen are out there already in Revelation. We got everything that the four horsemen are, you know. We got the four horsemen. They're riding around now. We got wars going on. We got famine going on. We got everything going on right now that the four horsemen. So I believe these Jesuit order is pushing the envelope to get the Almighty God to come down here and just get rid of it. Just end it. They want it. They want it to happen. They think it's a good thing. And if you look at if you look at Revelation, it's all here, right? But they want to speed it up. They hope that the Almighty God would have came down yesterday and did it. So that's what's going on right now. You have elites that are just greedy and businessmen and don't believe, they're godless. And then you have some elites, a small percentage, that are actually satanic worshipers. And then you have the Jesuit order, which is supposedly some kind of Christian order, but deep behind it is evil. And they want to push the envelope. They want this world to come to an end right now. If they could have did it yesterday, they would have. So you see what's going on out there. I mean, it is getting really, really out of control. Today or yesterday, there was a truck that was stopped. It had a medical waste truck, and it had abortions in it. But what happened was they found aborted babies that were way past the time frame. Okay, in Washington, D.C. I don't know the exact time frame that you're allowed to abort. I can Google that and just get the answer right now. Abortion laws in D.C. Well, it was in Washington. So there is a time limit, right? There's a certain amount of time that you have before you could abort the baby. Let's just say, I'm just going to throw a number out there because I'm looking. I Googled it and I'm not really getting an answer. Okay, they don't want to even tell you what's the term limit. You got to really get deep into it. But whatever it is, let's just say it's 12 weeks or whatever, or it's 8 weeks or 6 weeks. They found babies in these things that were like 6, 7 months old. Hey, how you doing, Rick?
Yeah, good brother yourself.
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking.
Excellent, thank you.
Yeah, so I was just talking about they pulled over a truck and they found aborted babies, but they were way past the terms that the law allows. They found, like they said, they found a girl. It was like 8 months old. It was aborted, missing limbs. So here's the story. What I'm trying to get to. So they found 2 trucks with all these aborted fetuses, mutilated and all kinds of things, and they're demanding that the Washington D.C. police have an investigation. And they're not investigating. They refuse to investigate. It's almost just like swept under the rug. Nothing we could do here. Nothing to see here. So these are... Oh, go ahead.
And that's usually the case. There's nothing to see here.
Right. So this is what's going on out there. This is just today. You know, the other day we had 10 people getting killed in Buffalo. You know, they wonder why there's white supremacy and all this stuff going on that they're claiming. It's not white supremacy. It's these governments or organizations making us hate each other. Black and white people don't hate each other by nature. They're making this happen with all their propaganda, you know, with all this stuff that they're trying to throw on everybody. Smart people see through it. But Alex Jones, I don't know if any of you watch him. Call it what you see. Call it the way you want. But about a few months ago, he said, listen, there is going to be a murdering in either a black church or a black supermarket or a black store. He says, and there's going to be a lot of people killed, and it's going to be a CIA operation. They're going to get somebody that's crazy to do it. You know, it's not like they're going to do it. They get somebody that's, you know, and it's going to happen. And he said this a couple of months ago, and boom, it happened. So Alex Jones was right again. So, Rick, anything you want to share with us anyway? I don't want to.
Yeah, do you think Alex Jones or David Icke are former members of our organization at all? Because it just seems very coincidental that they know so much about the secret societies. Were they ever former members?
I think I have my doubts with Alex Jones a lot because he seems to be like some type of, to me, it looks like it's a controlled opposition. So they're going to know they're going to need somebody on the right side. So they picked Alex. He seems to know too much. He seems to predict too much stuff, but he is the type of guy that's done a lot of homework into these people.
Oh, very much so. Yeah. But that's why I always sometimes wonder, were they ever former secret societies?
You know what? Definitely could be. I mean, how do they know so much? Now, David Icke, he knows quite a bit about a lot. I mean, but he isn't like Alex is more like the guy I would, if I had to pick, I would say Alex is really still even with them. But playing the other, you know, because if somebody really was saying all the stuff Alex Jones was saying and they didn't like it, I think they would have killed them by now, right?
That's exactly right. Yes. And you kind of have to wonder, is he really there as an operative to change the perception, to normalize things when they do occur?
Right. And to pick the bad guy.
Yes.
And to put blame when it's a much bigger organization doing it, and he's just like pointing you in different directions. They like confusion, right?
Very much so.
So I would say some of the stuff Alex is talking about is correct. Some ain't. The thing that I find strange with Alex Jones is they allow him to talk a lot about the vaccinations. That they're so extremely against anybody knowing, all these side effects and things like that. But yet he gets on there and he's showing you all this documentation from all different doctors and colleges that, what's bad and all this stuff. But I don't know if it's old news that's coming out and he just gets it.
And generally, anyone that talks against the magic potion gets shut down.
Correct. So he happens to be, he ain't on YouTube though. So he, they can't shut him down, but if they wanted to kill him, they could.
Oh, very much.
That'll shut him down, wouldn't it? He accidentally ran off the road. Like, I don't know if you pay attention to Tiger Woods that time. I don't know if you follow golf. I'm not really a golfer, but I know who Tiger Woods is. And he drove his truck off, like, the road and almost died.
Oh, yes, exactly, yes.
And he claimed, like, he lost his brakes or something. So I don't know if he's tied into these Illuminati groups or whatever. But maybe he wasn't cooperating. Or maybe it just was a freaky thing that he did lose his brakes. But I could see something like that happening to Alex Jones, where he's driving along the road and his car crashes.
But the problem with that is he's so popular. He's so popular on the right.
Yeah.
If we're gonna break things up into left and right, he's so popular on the right that it would be a clearly whatever he's telling the right is working.
Yeah,
he's got people, and for him to be sort of accidentally knocked off, would then
raise a lot of flags.
Yes, correct. Against the right.
Yeah,
and they'd be going, "Hey, see, yes."
Maybe they're happy with him being where he is because a lot of people think he's crazy the way he yells and screams, right? So now, if you had a man that was much calmer than Alex Jones, like let's say Joe Rogan, if you had a Joe Rogan doing what Alex Jones does, it would be more effective because Joe Rogan's much calmer.
Yes.
And I think they just rather have Alex Jones because he is basically the enemy that they know.
Correct. Very much so.
And they don't want a guy that's a little calmer and a little wiser than Alex Jones getting in there because then he will definitely blow the lid on all of them because more people will believe it. Like Alex Jones has, say, 10 million followers, where if you got a guy like Joe Rogan to do what Alex Jones does, you would have 100 million followers because not everybody likes me because of that reason. I'm more of a yelling, screaming, calling them demons, right? I don't care. I have a short temper. So they want that. They don't want a guy that's real calm and collective. Like Rogan is much calmer than Alex.
Yeah. So you mentioned earlier about the Jesuits.
Yeah.
Do you think that the Italians or the Romans have got a lot to answer for? Because I know you talk a lot about Revelations and everything like that, the Old and New Testament. Have you always wondered Constantine the First? Constantine the First. He originally wrote. He was the very first Christian Roman to write the Bible back in 331 AD. So he got a group of learned scholars and formulated the Old and New Testament.
Right.
True.
Well, he formed the New Testament. The Old Testament was always there.
Right. Okay. So he formulated the New Testament.
Correct.
But the problem, the way I look at it is, the Romans were basically pagans, weren't they?
That's correct.
And predominantly their language was Latin.
Correct.
Yes.
That's correct.
So my question has always, and I'm hoping that I've been looking forward to actually asking you this question. Then, if that's the case, why was the New Testament written in Greek?
Well, the reason why I believe the this is just my own personal belief.
Yep.
I believe the New Testament was more or less their playbook. I think they basically created that book. I don't know what the deal is with Jesus. Really, who was he? Was he a prophet? Was he really the Son of God?
No, Pop. What the question I'm asking is, why was the New Testament done in Greek, not Latin?
Well, why?
Yeah.
Well,
why
every
Greek?
time a Bible gets translated, anytime the book got translated from one language to the next, it got more corrupted.
But no. The question is,
why did they put it in Greek?
Why did they do it in Greek? Because Greek was also another pagan religion.
Right. Why didn't they do it in Latin?
Because if it was the Romans, should have been in Latin, not Greek. Why Greek?
Right. I don't know that answer, but I think the reason was so they could hide stuff in Greek. Because the word the biggest problem is when they translated the New Testament from Greek to English. That's when it really got corrupted. Like they started taking out all the words in there, making different. Like the New Testament did have the Almighty God's name in it, but they substituted it with the words God and Lord. So there's a lot of things they did. Now, if you really want to go look this up, go look it up.
I did. I already have.
No, but look this up. No, Google it. So the word Lord in Hebrew.
Yes.
What is the definition of the word Lord in Hebrew? And it's Baal.
Yes.
And we know who Baal is.
Yes.
And think about it. By Baal, right? But I believe, this is my belief. I'll just make it quick. So the New Testament to me was orchestrated for the control of the, what do you want to call them? The Jesuit order, the Masons. It's like a playbook. I don't believe that they're telling us the truth about Jesus in that book. He did exist.
Very much. Yes, correct. I truly believe that.
I only follow the Old Testament, to be honest. If the Old Testament and the New Testament contradict each other constantly. I'll give you an example. In the Old Testament, the Almighty God said, "Do not worship anybody but me. I will not share my glory with anyone." Now, in the New Testament, Jesus says, "You cannot go to the Father but through me." Now, how they twisted that because they got caught. People were saying, "But what do you mean? You're not supposed to go through Jesus to go to the Almighty Father. He said he won't. You got to go directly to him." So you know what they claimed? They came up with the Trinity. Oh, well, they're really all one. Yes. So Jesus is God and the Holy. That was to cover the mistakes they've made. They made a lot of mistakes in the New Testament, and they've covered it with a lot of updates. Like Paul, who basically put the whole New Testament, he put it together at the end. Like he took a lot of the mistakes and made it make sense. He wasn't an apostle. He said he had a dream, and he was anointed, by the Almighty to fix the Bible, like to change different things or to put the Bible together. What I think Paul was, he was the guy that corrected a lot of their mistakes that they made. Paul is from the island of Capri, I think it was called, and they worshipped them. They were pagan worshipers, that island. So
that's it. Correct them. Yes.
Yeah, I think the New Testament is a playbook. I don't think it's real. I think because at the end of the Old Testament, the Almighty God said this book is sealed and ended. He didn't say he was going to bring an update. He never once mentions in the Old Testament about him having a son named Jesus. Now, if you were going to send your son to save mankind, wouldn't you at least mention it in your first book?
Correct. And, and also getting back to Constantine, have you've heard about Constantine's Arch, haven't you? It's over near the Colosseum in Rome.
Yes.
There is no depiction of Christianity on that particular arch.
That's correct.
And if he was supposed to be the godfather of Christianity, you would think that an arch that he got built in memory of him, there would be some images of Christianity on that arch, but there is none.
Yeah. I think Christianity was Rome's play to grasp power, because they said, well, we can't really control the people anymore with our military, so let's control them through religion, because it's actually stronger. And I think that was the main goal. The Vatican ended up being more powerful than Rome because it's still here in control.
Oh, yes.
So
do you think that they actually made up the New Testament to basically shame Christianity?
I think to stop Christianity, actually.
Yeah, because eventually people would see through it, through the New Testament and find its flaws.
That's correct.
Which people would then question the truth behind it.
Well, I definitely think that's correct.
Yeah.
Because, and they had the Council of Nicaea, and then the guy that really sealed the deal was Paul. I mean, he took all the mistakes they made and made all different types of loopholes for them. I definitely, even all the 12 apostles, they weren't smart enough to write any of that. They were mostly literate and, I mean, illiterate, really, you know.
Correct.
And then they claimed that they had scribes write it for them, and it was divine and God was speaking to them. It all sounds good, but when you really break it all down, the New Testament, when you read it, it contradicts the Old Testament so much, if you're smart enough to see through it, that you'll realize the New Testament is not, it's forged.
And the thing about it, it also contradicts just the basic 10 Commandments.
You know, Rick, you're right on the same page as me, man. I'm glad I met you, because not everybody sees this. You know what the hardest part is? To get people to believe that it's possible. That they don't want to believe. They just want to believe what they were taught. Because
the thing about it, this is why I always ask people. I said, I'm so grateful that you do believe in something. You have faith in something. But if you want to get down to the nitty gritty, do you believe in the 10 Commandments or do you believe in what's written in the Bible? You tell me, and they'll go, they're both the same. The minute they say that, I'm going, mate, you need to go back and do your homework.
Right. Well, and actually, let me explain this to you. So there are 10 commandments, right?
Yes, correct.
But then there was actually even more that he told Moses or whatever. So now there's 613, I think, commandments, or 618. I forgot the number. But people go, well, we can't obey all those commandments today. Like in those commandments, like if a woman commits adultery, you can't stone her to death. But they don't read through the fine print. The fine print says that you need a just divine judge to pass those judgments. We don't have that anymore. Correct. So we don't have to obey those commandments. You can't kill a man if he's a homosexual. But in them days they could, because they had judges elected by the Almighty God that were chosen. We don't have those anymore. So all those 613 commandments, a lot of them don't pertain to us anymore.
Correct.
A lot of them are about being a priest. You have to wear a certain type of clothes. If you read them all.
Oh yes, and that's the same with Buddhism. In Buddhism, they only have five. A lay person only has to abide by 5 rules. Mm-hmm. But a Buddhist monk has to obey at least 231 rules.
Right. Now I believe 10 commandments, to me, I always tell people this. That's what I live by. I feel if you follow the 10 commandments, it almost covers you everywhere. So you're kind of a morally sound man. Now you can take it up a notch if you want and look through the other commandments. As far as like it says, don't eat pork. They claim that Jesus said now you're allowed to eat pork, which he never said. He just said, do you think my Father would make any animals unclean? Now,
correct.
I feel that if you can obey even more than the 10 commandments, the power to you. Like I don't eat pork anymore, and I love pork, but I just don't do it out of I feel some type of guilt, like, all right, maybe I'm really not supposed to eat this, and it's not so important to me right now to eat pork. Now, if that was the only meat and I was starving, I'm going to eat it. I got to survive, right?
Correct.
I used to love to eat shrimp and all that stuff and seafood, and in there it says too, not to eat that, not to eat rats, not to eat, certain types of animals with the feet, with the hoofs and all that. So I can do that. So if it's possible to do, then why not do it? It's not a big deal for me not to eat pork. It's not a big deal.
Have you ever read the Quran?
The Quran to me was another book that was made. I think actually the Catholics, you have to understand this. If all the Arabic people were Christian, right?
Correct.
We wouldn't be able to go there and take their land.
Correct.
We couldn't have had a crusade. We couldn't. They were killing millions of Muslims and taking their property just on the base of Christianity. But
yes.
Now imagine that the Muslims weren't Muslim. They were all Christian. You couldn't go take their stuff.
Yes.
So I believe the Muslim religion was actually invented by the Christian religion. Like, I think that the Catholic Church wanted the Muslims.
Oh, yes. Sorry. I'm glad you clarified it. You believe the Catholic Church all had. Isn't it amazing? All the Catholic churches involved in everything. It's like the old saying, whoever wins the war always rewrites the history. Correct. So I'm wondering, did the Catholic Church do this thing with the Bible, and rewriting it to make?
I definitely believe so. I mean,
yes.
Think about the Sabbath. You know what the Sabbath is, right?
Yes. Yeah, on Saturday.
Right.
Yes.
Now, they claim, they made it Sunday. Now, think about this. The sun, worship of the sun. If you look at the Catholic Church, they have, he walks around with like a staff, and it has the sun in it, the Pope. I don't know if you ever seen it.
Yes.
Okay, so they worship. It looks like their sun worship is the Catholic Church.
They are.
So they made Sunday the Sabbath. See, that was to slap the Almighty God in the face, and they made it Sunday, but it never was supposed to be Sunday. Saturday is the first day of the week, not Sunday. And they claim, no, Sunday became the first day of the week because of the lunar calendar or some bullshit excuse. I wasn't prepared to talk about this, so I don't have the exact dates and time.
But if you look into it, you're talking sun gods. If you're worshiping the sun,
right,
you're not worshiping God.
Right, it's pagan.
That's what the Sabbath is. That's what the Sabbath is. The Saturday.
No, Sunday is the pagan day.
That's right.
Sunday is not. You're not supposed to. The Sabbath is supposed to be on Saturday. That's in the Old Testament.
Yeah, correct. I'm agreeing with you.
In the New Testament, they changed it. The Catholic Church actually changed it into Sunday. The Protestants in the beginning did not go along with it. They were like, no, it ain't Sunday, it's Saturday. But then the Catholics kept going to war with the Protestants, and then they started to corrupt a lot of their higher-ups. And they even made the Protestants go into Sunday. Sunday is not supposed to be the day that you go to church. They made that.
So when did Catholicism begin?
I would have to look it up because I wasn't prepared.
Oh, no, I understand that. This is for future reference. Yeah. Why do we have so many different religions that all read from the same books, but we all have different denominations?
Correct. And let me just see if this is Robert actually coming on. Hold on.
Okay.
I just got to make sure I don't get flashed.
Yes.
Is that you, Robert?
Oh, yeah, it's me.
All right.
Yeah, hey, Robert Tucker, what are you doing over here?
Oh, chasing your little butt around.
I saw Pops over here by himself. I thought, oh, shit. I better pop in because you were saying some interesting stuff. So I thought, I'll just pop on over. Hey, how are you, Robert?
Oh, I'm doing. How you doing?
So, mate, I'm glad to see you're still in the world of living and not are you in hospital?
No, not yet.
Okay, brother.
How you doing, Pops?
I'm doing great. I
Good,
think
glad
I
to
just
hear,
seen
glad to
Robert.
hear.
Weren't you on the FM show before earlier? I think you were on there.
Yeah,
Oh,
I've been
all
on
right.
Global.
Yeah, I know. I see you there all the time.
Yes.
Yeah. We both work for Global. Yes, that's right.
Yeah, yeah, both of you. I know, but you're from Australia. You can't miss your accent,
Yeah.
like you can't miss mine. But
Exactly.
Tucker, we were talking about. I mean, Rick was hitting so many good points.
Oh, I
Like,
was listening.
yeah, so we're both on that same page. I just believe that most of the stuff in the New Testament and the new religion of Catholic was invented for power.
Oh, for
And
sure.
if you really think about it, how powerful are they? They are more or less controlling everything through that Vatican. It's crazy, but they are. Even the Bank of London answers to the Vatican. Everybody answers to the Vatican. It's a scary thing. But there's a lot more to the story that we'll never, we're not going to know. There's so much information. Do you know that there's a book? And I'm going to find out what church it's stored in a church, not in the Vatican. That before the Pope becomes the Pope, or right after, I think right after he becomes the Pope, I think he has to go read this book. And he's the only one that's allowed to read it.
Ethiopia.
Okay, and that's
that's right. That's right. It's in Ethiopia. Yes.
right. Now, why is that? Think about it. There's something in there that only they want the Pope to know.
Because there's also something in Ethiopia that they won't let on as to what it is, but I have a pretty good idea.
Oh, definitely share it with us, Robert.
Yeah, come on, Rob.
The Ark of the Covenant.
Oh, the Ark of the Covenant.
That's a good one. And isn't it where they found the Book of Enoch was in Ethiopia also?
That I can't quote, but
yeah, I'm pretty sure the Book of Enoch, they could not, it disappeared. Like it just didn't exist.
But it still remains in canon in Ethiopia.
Right, and they found a copy of it in Ethiopia, the only place where that book would have disappeared. Now, maybe that's a book we were never supposed to get our hands on.
Well, hold on. Do you know who Enki and Enlil are?
Go ahead.
Are you familiar with Enki and Enlil?
No. That's why I said go ahead.
Enlil would be our creator. Enki would have been the military commander.
Oh, you mean the angels?
If that's what you want to call them.
Or fallen or whatever they are?
Those would be our gods.
I gotcha. Now, I heard of the Enki, Neil, but I never heard this story. So what is the story behind that?
Well, if you want to go by, I would suggest looking up Enki. And going through and seeing what it really says.
Right.
It will twist your brain in ways you didn't believe could be twisted.
And Aniel, Aniel?
Enki and Enil.
Oh, Enki. And what was the other one?
Enil.
Enil. Yeah, they actually talk about this. I don't know if you heard people talking about the Enki, they're aliens, and they're bigger than us and all this, and they're still around. They live in Antarctica.
Yes. That's what I was going to say.
Yeah, I heard about these things.
Yep.
Now, in the book of Enoch, it says something to the point where there was one angel who was going to rebel, and he had a meeting on a mountain somewhere with 10 other or 20 other angels that were like squad leaders of other angels.
Yep.
And that's how we got, I think they were in charge of each squad, and they made a deal that they would stick together because they were going to go against the Almighty God.
Yep.
And they made that deal on that mountain, because, the guy didn't want to do it alone. I don't know who that was. I got to look into Enoch again, but very interesting when you hear all. And then Enoch has the names for every one of these 20 angels that had that meeting.
Yep.
And and then they taught man how to craft and things like that. And if you really think about it, it makes a lot of sense.
Well, here's the thing. If you want to believe in the supernatural, that's fine.
Right.
If you want to believe that it is literal, there's a lot to back that up as well.
Right.
I personally would go with the literal because it makes much more sense.
Correct.
And in Neo, I would akin her to have her, and I mean her, as a geneticist.
Mm-hmm.
And we were created in God's image. So if they had never left, that means they could walk among us and we wouldn't even know it.
Right. That makes sense. Because if they look like us, and we're made in their image, we look like them, and they could just be walking around forever, and we don't even know who they are.
Correct.
That is
and
definitely.
Think about this: their lifespans was much, much longer than ours.
Right.
We were created with a genetic inferiority, which led us to only 120 years.
And in the beginning, though, we were made to live longer. Like Moses lived a long. Noah. His grandfather, Noah's. They all lived like 400, 500, 600 years. And then I think they changed it to 120 years was the max.
Correct.
They changed our code.
Right.
So we're more or less a machine that they could make us live longer if they wanted to.
Well, hold on. That implies that all living things are machines by genetic code.
Correct.
There's nothing more than a biological machine, but that's kind of a pretty bland way to put it, but it's still life.
Right, and it has to be kind of true because think about it. Why does a dog only live, 12, 15 years? There's no reason for us to live 100 years and a dog only lives 15. It's because of the genetic code in it.
Well, do you know why we age?
Why do we age?
Yeah, why do we age?
I mean, there's a lot of, I would think, our organs are getting poisoned with all types of toxins. We age,
Hey, Pop. The question is, Pop, Robert's asking you to think literally. Think literally. Why do we age for?
Because that's the way they made it. I mean, I guess they want us to die. I don't know why.
No. He was on the right path.
Yeah.
Because our genetic codes in our cells build up errors. Strangely enough, there's error correction in our genes. It's just not utilized.
Okay.
So all these errors build up and cells divide X amount of times and their telomeres get shorter and all that stuff. We can extend all that. That's not a problem. Science has done figured that out. But repairing the genetic damage is the problem as we age and each copy comes up, there's always errors, which should be corrected because there's species on this planet that do that. We just don't for some reason.
Yeah, like our body's supposed to repair itself all the time, and it's not doing it.
Well, it's not repairing itself 1-to-1.
Yeah, you go. And we got Von Erich. Let me double check, make sure. Is that you, Von Erich? Hello?
Hello? I'm here.
No, Von Erich. Is that you?
Oh.
I don't know who he is, so we'll wait till he wants to come back. I don't let nobody on because I know Von Erich's voice, but maybe he was waiting, and then because I get flashed too much.
I've already had somebody impersonating me once, so
yeah, they impersonate a few people I know, and they come on, and then they show you a picture of them in the shower.
Yeah,
I had one guy who was showing me a picture of him in the shower underneath his legs. I had to look like at his ass crack. I was like, "Is that guy?" It was so disgusting looking. I was like, "Is this guy crazy?"
what drives people like that? Seriously.
I just think people like to make other people miserable for whatever reason. It makes them happy.
I think there's something genetically wrong with their brain.
Now, did you hear? Do you have any knowledge? Like, cause I was reading into it. I just forgot the whole story, but the Jesuit order, right?
Yep.
There's a part of the Jesuit order that's like really extreme, and what they're trying to do is they're trying to force the end of the world to come. They want it. They want it to be over. They want to force the Almighty God, basically, to come down here and just blow this thing up. And the faster, the better.
Well,
like that's how they're in a hurry to get it done.
No, but the problem I have is the Jesuits are thinking in religious terms,
right?
Whereas if you think in literal terms, the Almighty God that comes back would be if Enki were to find out we were still here. We aren't
there you
supposed
go.
to be here. According, Enki ordered us to be destroyed when Enlil created us because she, according to the book, the whole Garden of Eden and the apple and all that shit. Adam was a line of people, and Eve was a line of people, not a singular person.
Right, and that makes more sense to me.
Okay, and what Enlil did was because we were meant to be servants, not anything else.
Is that you, Von Erich? Von Erich?
Yeah.
Oh, is that you?
Yeah, that's me. That's me.
All right. I asked before. I would have let you on, but I wasn't sure.
Oh,
right.
I had to go to.
Go ahead, Robert. Finish what you were saying. I didn't want to interrupt you.
It's all right. So,
you were talking about Enki.
Yes. Enki
how he told them to destroy all of us.
Yes. We were supposed to be destroyed. And Enki went back to his home world.
Okay.
Whereas a lot of the other ones got left behind. And Enlil saved a few of us.
Okay.
And that's where it all comes into, you know, if you read into it.
So what book is this that I'm looking to read? Because I'm definitely going to go read this book.
Book of Enki.
Okay, so the Book of Enki. I'm going to go read this book. This sounds super interesting. Well, did you ever see Prometheus?
Yes.
So it's
that
similar.
Would be very similar. Prometheus would be very similar. Yes.
Right. And, you know, the guy, what is it, Ridley Scott? That produced that. He ended up producing a lot of movies that they just kind of, they're like almost biblical. Like the things he's saying that, like he's kind of explaining the stories to us. And the reason I think is he was given the knowledge to create that type of thing. I mean, he just didn't invent that movie out of his brain, you know?
Well, no, if you go by what I just said,
the Book of Enki,
that would be a very good analogy to what would happen if Enki finds out that we're here.
Yeah, and maybe that's what it's all about. He's coming.
Yeah.
Maybe he's on his way in a spaceship or something.
Well, you know, that's the thing. It's a little vague as to, you know.
Yeah, to think the Almighty's an alien.
Well, no, because you got to stop with the alien thought.
Well,
hold on. Let me explain why. Let's say life in the universe is universally based upon genes as we have them.
Right.
That would mean it wouldn't be alien. It would be no more than a cousin to us.
You know what? Yeah, that makes sense. Because we got the same DNA.
Correct.
Like even in Prometheus, when they looked at their DNA, it was a total match of ours.
Yes.
They were just bigger and stronger and different, you know. But yeah, when I seen that movie Prometheus, people watch it and it didn't do as well as they thought it was because it was very deep story. And if you weren't paying attention to the story, you couldn't enjoy that movie like me or you did.
I think they ruined it too much by focusing on that
AI.
On the AI.
Me too. I think the AI is what kind of ruined it.
Yes.
But if you look at the direction we are going, I can actually
I could see
understand that we're going to make an AI like that, and then we created life like the Enki did with us.
But
the AI don't have a DNA code, though.
Correct. I was going to say that's a creation of basically a robot.
Yeah, an organic robot.
Right. Whereas they created life.
Right. Just a different version.
But in AI, the code
Actually, a weaker version too, though. Smaller.
Right.
Yeah.
in AI, the code is the DNA, though.
Yeah, but it's not compatible with us. Whereas
It's not organic.
Enki and Neil, they are.
Right. If you talk about life or life, but I'm talking about with the concept, the code is the DNA. They concepted to life, and they put it together like life in us. So they write a code, and that code is the DNA. That's the foundation of it.
Yeah, but our DNA in the movie is the same as they called them engineers, by the way.
Yeah, the engineer. Yep.
The engineers had the same exact DNA as us, where the android doesn't have the same DNA. It's a different DNA. It's a code.
It's a different DNA, but the concept of it works.
Right. The concept is kind of, they're trying to show you like we created something.
Right.
We created life in a way.
Right. And they used what was in us to do it.
And think about it, though. That android had feelings. It had everything, right? But, and that thing could live forever.
Yes and no. Remember,
but it couldn't procreate.
You can code in any reaction from a machine.
Yeah. By the way, who has the cigarette machine? I have one too.
I do too.
You were making cigarettes just now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I have the same thing. I have the Power Mate 2.
Oh, wow, you're good.
Yep. That's what I have too. Yeah, I makes the same noise, mine.
Yep, that's what I have.
How long have you had yours? They only last a couple of years. Then you got to buy a new one. It breaks.
I'm on number 3, but I got spare parts for the other one, so I'm putting them together.
Yeah.
So.
I actually fixed my first one. I took it apart, put it back together. Perfect. I watched a video. I did everything right, repaired it, because the arm wasn't popping out. Okay. Yep. So I went in there, did it, but they rigged something in the computer that once you pull a wire out, and then even I plugged the wire back in the same exact spot, it wasn't working. It would actually make the thing pump the arm out 2 times, like in a row. So I couldn't make cigarettes because it would like rip the filter. It was crazy. I did it exactly the way, perfect, and they got it rigged, man. You can't repair them with the computer part, but you can use parts. That's for sure.
Huh?
Is it cheaper when y'all make your own? Is it cheaper?
Oh, it comes out to like $1.50 a pack.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
You go from $10 a pack to it. Let's put it this way: it cost me. I mean, I get the tobacco online. How about you, Robert?
No, I just get it locally.
How much do you pay for like a 1 pound bag?
$15.
Oh, that's about what I pay. So that's good. You get a good price.
Yep.
So one bag will give you how many you get you get more than a carton. You get like 2 cartons maybe out of a pound.
Oh shit, I get closer to 3.
All right, so I would say 2.5, but say for 2 bags, which is $30, and 4 boxes of filters, which are like $3. So for like $40, $10 a week, from spending $10 a day on a pack, you can spend that a week.
Yep.
So you could cut your budget down to like $40 a month from $300 a month.
Okay.
You know, if you're smoking just a pack a day.
And what size filters do you put in, Robert, in your smokes?
Just regular Kings.
Yeah, that's what I do too.
Are they the extra long ones? Are they?
No, they're not the extra long ones. They're just standard size.
And so what I do with mine is I actually double filter them.
You know, that's not a bad idea.
What do you mean you double filter?
So what I do is I put 2 filters in it. So now I create like a little racehorse. We call them racehorses over here. So because the thing about the smoke, it's about getting the nicotine hit, isn't it?
Correct.
So what I do is I put a double filter in my rollies. So now so I have probably 2 inches of tobacco in my rollie, and so it's just about getting the nicotine hit. So now I'm actually doubling the amount of tobacco that I'm actually using You know, I'm actually doubling the amount of smokes I get out of a pouch.
Oh, that made sense. Before it didn't. You said I'm doubling the amount of tobacco. Actually,
Oh, no,
you're
no,
cutting down. You're
Yes.
cutting the tobacco in half.
Correct. That's exactly it. By an extra filter.
Pops, think about it this way. When you do these yourself, half a cigarette, frankly, would be more than enough for me.
Me too. I throw them out. Yeah,
Right.
I smoke like half and I throw the rest out.
Yeah, and so what he's doing is not a bad idea.
Well,
pretty much he's putting a cut on it.
yeah, but double filter must be hard to get a pull on.
No, I've done it myself before. I've done it, and it's not.
Now they claim the filter's really what kills you.
Oh,
no,
The shit inside the filter. They say people that smoke without filters never get lung cancer.
Yeah, they're full of shit too.
oh wow.
Well, I have a few people. I'm not going to say that that's not the truth, but I know like 2 or 3 people that smoked Lucky Strikes.
Yep.
And they never got lung cancer. They smoked 50, 60 years.
And my grandmother lived in 92, and she smoked like a chimney, and she smoked filtered cigarettes, and she never got lung cancer either.
Right. Oh, we all got different DNA. That's to me, that's genetics. Like, I'll give you an example. I've been smoking since I'm 17. Like I smoked when I was little, but like I didn't count. So I've been smoking for 40 years.
Yep.
A good pack a day, and I never have a wheeze. I never have a hard time breathing. I have friends, forget it. After a couple of years, they can't even breathe. They're wheezing. It don't affect me like with the way it affects other people. I don't know why.
Do you think it has something to do with the way y'all eat? Do y'all eat certain foods or something like that?
I don't know. I think it's just genetics. Like my grandmother smoked for like 60 years, and she didn't die of lung cancer. And she just died. She got old.
What was her
but there are people that don't even smoke and get lung cancer.
What did she? What did she eat? What was her eating diet of?
Oh, my grandmother?
Yeah.
Well, the one thing that she loved to do, which they do find now is very good for you, is she loved the Italian people used to hang these hot cherry peppers from the like you go in their house, they're hanging from the ceiling. Like they would eat these hot cherry dried peppers.
Mm-hmm.
My grandmother loved crushed red pepper and like hot cherry peppers, anything hot and spicy, like would burn your mouth out almost. And they say there's a lot of antioxidants in peppers, of the hot ones. Mexican people, I think, have a much lower cancer rate than Americans because they eat these hot peppers too.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if it has something to do with the peppers. You always try to find that one common thing that, like, there's 4 people that live to 100 and 20 years old, and all 4 of them had 8. They had the same thing in common. I don't know what it is, but I've watched a program that was talking about what do these 4 people have in common, and they have something that they eat. They all ate. One show I watched, there was a bunch of people over 100, and they all drank vodka.
Oh, wow.
Then I watched another show where there was a lot of old people, and they all drank red wine. That was their common factor. I think red wine definitely has something to it. Because my dad was on like 11 different pills. And I took them off. I started giving him 2 glasses of red wine every day. 2 like 8-ounce glasses. And in a matter of 6 months, he went from 11 pills to 3 pills. His cholesterol level dropped to normal or even below, which was even better. His sugar dropped to normal. Everything dropped. The only medicine I still gave him was his heart medicine, because he did have a heart attack. So I didn't want to play around with the blood. Like, he was taking blood thinners and stuff. But I took him basically off all his sugar medicine and all these other medicines. And he was perfectly healthy as an ox. The doctor couldn't believe it. The doctor said, "What have you been giving him?" I said, "Red wine." So
it's interesting we talk about the smokes and stuff like that. It's all approved. The government's all approved people that smoke. It's a drug we can have that they say that all the advertising says that smoking kills. We can legally buy tobacco over the counter, but we can't get a horse dewormer because that's illegal.
And what?
And I'm going, you say that?
You said what? You said what? What we can't get over the counter? You said
a horse dewormer over the counter.
Oh,
yeah, that's to fight the I bought a box. I have it.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is
what's in that ivermectin or something?
They ban all those things.
Yes,
but they still allow people to buy a product that they know that they advertise that kills you.
Right.
And I'm going, where's the hypocrisy here?
But do you want to hear something really crazy?
Come on, Pop.
I'm going to tell you something. You're going to find it hard to believe, but I have
really
a lot of friends too. So they had a study of people that smoked and people that didn't smoke with COVID. And they were finding out that the smokers weren't catching COVID. And
correct.
This is the crazy thing. The nicotine bonds to something in your lungs. So the COVID attacks your
receptors.
lungs. Yeah, and the COVID couldn't attach itself because the nicotine was blocking it.
Yep.
And so smokers aren't getting COVID. Most of them. Now there are a few that do.
And there was in the early beginning there was a French scientist that even backed that up.
Right.
He said a French scientist actually said that people that are smoking, smoking is actually a good preventative of getting this particular pandemic. And I went, I want to vote for that scientist. I want to believe in his science. Fuck yeah, I like that.
Right. But how crazy is that?
Was it certain cigarettes or all cigarettes?
It just says nicotine blocks.
Oh, nicotine. Okay.
Yeah, because the COVID can't attach itself to the receptors in the lungs because the nicotine is there already. So I guess the Marlboro man was a pretty cool guy after all, huh?
Yeah.
He saved my life.
Pure Night, KC, welcome to the chat.
Yeah. Oh, I haven't been paying. Let me pay attention to the chat. You want to hear the funny thing, though? I always used to say, I've been praying to God my whole life to help me quit smoking, and he never did. Maybe there was a reason. He knew COVID was coming.
Not impossible.
Don't rule out anything. The Almighty God is, he's so smart. We can't even imagine. So,
well, but here's a rub there, Pops. If my thoughts on it are true, then they're not really gods.
Right. I don't believe. I want to read that book. I guess I don't want to believe it. I would need proof of that. I'm going to believe in there is an Almighty God, and he does see what's going on.
But hold on. Think about it this way. What is the need for the supernatural?
Oh, what is the need for them?
Yes.
I don't think they have any needs, really. Just entertainment.
No. You're talking about that you still think there would be an Almighty God. What I'm saying is it that far-fetched to wrap your mind around that it isn't supernatural? We were created. And if you take the stories literally, they aren't really gods other than like in Prometheus.
Right. But let me ask you this question. So let's say that's true.
Yep.
Who created them?
That's a good
question.
There
has to be. But hold on. There has to be a beginning.
There is a scientific, shall we say that there's a scientific explanation for that. And that would be
a Big Bang?
No. I'm talking about creation of life.
Okay.
There's a thing called panspermia, a theory. We already know that life started on this planet as little as 500 million years after this planet existed, which in galactic terms or solar system terms is like overnight. So either life is very easy to form or it rode in on comets. How you doing, Rick?
Oh, no, I'll give a thumbs up to Casey just wrote in the chat. He said, wow, there's two two legends are from Global over here. What a strange sight to see.
See that? Pops gets the legends, the living legends, no matter.
So, anyways, damn, maybe lose my train of thought.
You were talking about the beginning of life.
Oh,
You
yes,
were
yes. So instead of there being many planets, either there's one thing that's true out of two different choices here. Either life is very easy to start, since it only started in 500 million years on this planet, when it was very inhospitable for life as we know it, or panspermia is true, meaning that the seeds of life are spread out through the universe, and as new planets form, they're seeded with life, and if it happens to have the right conditions, it flourishes.
But I have to think about, I get it. I like it. I mean, listen, very interesting.
It would explain.
But what started the universe? Like something had to create the universe. Something had to create something.
Yeah, but see,
nothing starts from nothing.
You're asking questions that we don't have the ability to even ask yet.
Yes, I agree.
And that's where the supernatural come in.
But see, that's only an explanation because we don't understand.
It's a theory.
Right, but that's where the supernatural come in.
But that's it is a very intriguing theory.
Supernatural, because we don't have the answers to know, and we only going by theories. Well, that's why scientists will tell you they do not have enough evidence to rule out supernatural or what we call gods. They don't have enough answers.
Well, but we don't have any evidence to rule for it either.
Yes, we do when it comes to things that they don't have an answer for. That's why they say that it is a god or a supernatural being.
Okay, but look at it this way. If we are 8% different than chimps, now imagine a species 8% beyond us. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Their ability and thought and comprehension and everything. Think of a species that far away from us as we are from chimps.
Right, in the opposite direction, like smaller.
Correct.
Right.
Correct. Now, imagine the understanding they would have that we don't. And the ability to alone. And what I mean by we don't have the ability to even ask them questions yet.
Right. We can't even comprehend what they could. We'd be like the monkeys that I'm like dopey.
Yeah, we'd be like, the ones throwing shit at each other across the creeks.
Right. It's true.
Yeah, it's really not that far-fetched, but yeah.
No, it ain't. I mean, the way we treat each other as humans, it ain't far-fetched at all.
Correct. The other thing is we have a habitual problem of assigning supernatural to things we can't explain or understand. And that's readily apparent in, let's say, cargo cults or alchemists back in the day when they, mix up chemicals and make green fire. And everybody said it was, magic and all this shit, when it was nothing more than basic chemistry.
That is correct.
And so it's not a matter of, I don't buy the supernatural thing because of our lack of understanding. And even if there's a God, as we perceive, that's still another being.
I mean, if you think about it, if we went in a helicopter right now, me and you, and we went back 2,000 years ago and landed it in Egypt and got out of that helicopter, they would think we were gods.
Well, you still can. There's an island of an uncontacted tribe already still.
Where? Past Antarctica?
They fly helicopters over. They'll shoot bow and arrows at them.
Where, in Antarctica or?
No. It's over
Brazil?
Oh, Polynesia somewhere in that area.
Oh, I believe it.
Oh, no. You can look them up. There's been guys that landed their boats to go over their own thing and they come out and kill them.
Oh, I believe you. But could you imagine? Oh, like think about it. That's probably what could have happened. Thousands of years ago. They thought they were gods. They were just landing in spaceships.
Correct.
Like that movie. Have you ever seen the original Stargate with Kirk Russell?
Yes, yes.
Some similar to that. They're landing on top of the pyramid with a spaceship, and
Well, the reason why it states that it's supernatural beyond man's comprehension and being, because man can't live forever. That's one, and man doesn't create when it comes to, because if it did, if we created ourselves, do you think that things that you see now that comes out of a woman's womb will come out that way if we actually created it?
I lost you on that one.
If we created ourselves, let's just say it's no God, what human being created themselves or created in a woman's womb?
Well, here, let me pose this to you. If if you're to take inking and a nail literally, they had the ability through genetics to create life in any form they wished.
Then that would be a God.
Just because they understand genetics,
and we don't.
But
if do we create in a mother's womb? Do we create?
Yes.
Okay. Can you tell me how that you created a child?
They've done it several times in vitro.
No. I'm not talking about what they do. They do it through scientific. I'm talking about you. Did you create in a woman's womb a child? I'm talking about putting each follicle hair.
Oh no. I see what you're getting at, but you're talking something that's already predetermined between a man and a woman.
No. A man and a woman, they want a child. They predetermined that way, but they do not create. No man goes inside or a woman goes inside the womb.
Correct.
Each hair, follicle, and shape.
But that's not the way it works.
What way it works then?
When the cells start dividing, each one as they divide.
No. You're talking about action that's being done inside the womb that you're not doing.
Correct. That's
okay.
That's the genetic code doing its job.
Exactly. Genetic code, which is a life form, which we call a supernatural being, which is a God inside of us that does that work because you don't do it.
But that would be saying the same thing as automation. Then we're gods for every computer we build.
Right. Because we created that computer that we built, that we are able to create. Yes, we are the gods of that.
Yes, I don't consider that gods.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a definition. Then it's the definition that divides us.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe gods that could create organic life, where compared to a computer is not organic.
Well, right. We can create organic life.
Yeah, computer could be looked at. I can see Robert's analogy though. A computer could be looked at as a life form due to what it does. And we created it. That what makes us gods over that what we created.
So we create organic life from scratch or from other organic life and splicing it.
Hold on. Mm-hmm. We can literally take computer generated DNA,
mm-hmm.
insert it into, say, a yeast cell or something like that,
mm-hmm.
and make it totally unique to itself.
Mm-hmm.
And all of its DNA is encoded by us. We're doing that today, every day.
Doing that today? What you mean?
With like fruits and vegetables and things like that?
No, with yeast cells and things like that.
Oh, with yeast cells?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. We are able to do that. Yes. Yeah, but this, as far as creating when in a mother's womb, no. That's when it comes. That's when we say that's when it comes to the supernatural, and we cannot make ourselves live forever.
I will disagree with you on that.
Okay, well, you just said this place been around billions of years. No one who lived on this earth since all those years has ever lived forever.
If you look at what the elites are trying to do, okay, and we were just having this discussion, Pops.
Yep.
We have all things in place, and we're just short a few discoveries that may become a very real possibility.
Right. You said, but the key word you say may, and then you say may become, or they're trying. If we was God's our own self, we won't need to
be right back.
We won't need.
Hold on. Once that understanding is achieved,
right,
then that doesn't make us gods. It just makes us understand that how to do it.
Okay, well let's put the gods out of the way. If we was able to do things, let's just say if it wasn't a God, we should be able. Why should we be able to study to gain the understanding when the understanding should be already there? We should be able to live forever in ourselves, not try to gain it or understand it and then do it. We should be able to do it within ourselves.
Well, how do you know that that's not a possibility?
No, because you know why? Because this is the reason why it's a God. Because what we read, we will never be able to live forever on earth. That shows us that it is a God.
No, that just shows me that according to the books, we were limited to 120 years.
Then we're not living forever. If we was limited to a point, then we're not going to live forever.
There are scientific claims that claim that our body, if it was coded right, could repair itself every day and we would never age.
Right. It could,
but that doesn't exist.
Yeah.
So I get where you're coming from. So Von Erich, what you're trying to say, let me just get this straight. Mm-hmm. You're basically defending the Almighty God and trying to prove there is a God.
Right. Because we don't have the ability. We are trying. And just like what you just said, it's things that can show that we can repair ourselves, but it shows that it's a God because He's not going to allow it to be done.
Right. But can we figure it out? That's the key.
Right. He won't allow it. Not on earth. Not on earth.
Well, no, I get what you're saying, but the way Robert's saying is that we're getting close to doing it.
That's what man been saying that for centuries.
Right. Well, our technology now with the DNA, I mean, they literally can take DNA like with births now and like change the DNA of the person being born, like to take out certain DNAs like cancerous genes and things like that. They're claiming they can. I don't know if it's true.
I'll give you by example.
I believe all that.
They've already with science tripled the lifespan of mice. That's been done. That's a proven thing. It's documented, cited, peer reviewed, everything.
Yeah, they
but hold on. Mm-hmm. That's only with a few other variables being changed, not the complete ones.
Absolutely.
I believe. And what I'm saying is that like Pops is saying, and that's why I asked him before, why do we age?
Mm-hmm.
It's because of errors building up, and our cells don't do error correction. But yet, there are species on this planet that do.
Right. And guess what? They still don't live forever.
You just actually, there is a jellyfish that is pretty much immortal unless you chop it up in a blender.
Well, it does not live forever. That's
I think they live like 1,000 years, that jellyfish.
You can come up with so many different things. It's come up and say, this can happen, this could, this can, this might. But and I'm saying is, it will not happen. It will never get to that point that mankind will live forever on earth. You coming up with different theories. And mankind been doing theories forever since they've been on earth. But they will never come up with a theory to live forever. That's let us know that because we don't do the creation inside of us, also we don't live forever. That lets you know it's a super being or a God.
Yeah, and to me, that there is Oh, how can I put this?
Take your time.
To take and say that we will never be capable of living forever, I think is a really arrogant way to look at the capabilities of man. They said, here's an example. The invention of cars. They said we'll never go faster than 40 miles an hour because the human body couldn't take it. Okay. Well, that's been proven wrong very easily. And there's many other things I can cite throughout history that people said was impossible. To think for a second that what I'm saying is impossible is a very, very, very arrogant thing to say. We don't even begin to know the potential or possibilities of knowledge because we're always gaining more.
Well, Von Erich, imagine this. I'll make it even simpler. And it was in a movie. Mm-hmm. Imagine we created a machine that you could go lay down in that machine. And that machine would repair all your cells in your body. And you wouldn't age because it would just repair everything. You would actually go in reverse. It would actually repair your body to stop you from aging and actually reverse your aging a little bit. The movie Stargate, you've seen that, right? With Kirk Russell.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And they went into a machine, and every night they slept in this machine. And what this machine did was just repair the whole body like it was brand new again. So if that technology is possible, then we may never die. But I don't see us ever having that technology. But anything is possible. I personally believe in there's an almighty God, and I'm going to tell you the one reason. Let's just say if there was a guy in Nikki, like he's bringing up that it's more of a, it's not an alien, it's our cousin, like Robert said, right? I don't believe that because there are times I have prayed and things have happened strangely, and it can't always be a coincidence. So my prayers did come. And there are a lot of people that could swear to they prayed for something or something happened. Like, I have an example. It's a crazy example, but I'll make it quick. I had a big, giant truck. I used to have an ice cream wholesale company. I sold Haagen-Dazs and Ben & Jerry. This truck was the size of a Coca-Cola truck. You ever see those big Coca-Cola trucks?
Yep.
So here I am. I'm driving on the highway with it. And I'm going towards the Verrazano Bridge in New York. And there's where you have to pay the toll booth. But going into Manhattan, you don't pay. You pay coming back. So you could go through it faster. Make a long story short, I hit, it was raining. It was cold. I hit some sheet of ice. I don't know what it was. Still don't know to this day. And my truck turned sideways and was going towards the toll booth. And I was going maybe 60 miles an hour at the time. And when this truck turned and went sideways, this thing was moving. And there was not even a thought in my mind. And I had somebody with me, sitting next to me, that I was crashing into this toll booth. And it was like a ray of light came on my truck. And I'm telling you, even the kid that was in my truck seen it. And my truck immediately came to a stop. It didn't slide at all. It just stopped, like from 30 miles an hour to 0 in a matter of a half a second. And there wasn't a car around me. And it was like somebody put a spotlight on my truck. And there was a light on my truck, sun, going around my truck. And the rest of it was rain going around it. And the kid turned blue that was sitting next to me. And I had chills on my body. I couldn't even believe it. And I turned, then my truck now is at a dead stop. There's thousands of cars and not one car is near me in bumper to bumper traffic. And then I turned my truck around practically make a U-turn on the highway. I mean, a real busy highway. If you knew the highway, you would understand the story better. And just drove away. And to this day, I can't explain that.
Well, I can't explain that either. But
it was like somebody was watching me, over me.
What I'm saying is, I can't explain that either.
And I lived through it, so there's my proof to me.
Well, I understand that, but what I'm saying is, I hear a lot of mics. This might can happen. This can happen. A lot of that, but it's none that it has been done. And it will not be done. I tell you why. I just said it before. No man or woman reach inside of a womb and create a child inside of that. None. Until you are able to do that, because you cannot do it. So whatever goes in that child, it is a supernatural being, which we call God, that's doing that. And he is the ones preventing things to being done. They've been doing plastic surgery since the 1950s.
All right.
So technology comes out way ahead. But if you're not able to create those things inside the womb that puts it in there, that puts knowledge, wisdom, and understanding inside the womb for people to come out and start thinking and start doing the things they are creating, if you can't control that, you ain't going to be able to get things done unless he or she let it be done. Because nobody does the creating. Let's just think about it. You go to the hospital to check up on your baby, to a hospital, to people that don't create it. But you go to the hospital, to the doctor, to see what's going on or if everything is okay. If you created it, why would you go to the doctor? If you created it, that's because you don't. And
what Robert's saying in time, like what he's trying to say is, let's just say, from now to 2,000 years ago, right? If you went back 2,000 years ago,
right,
and took somebody from that time and brought him here in the future, they wouldn't believe the inventions and the things we have now. They would think that was impossible.
They would think it was the devil.
Plane to fly, or
that I understand.
Imagine going 100,000 years into the future.
Completely understand that, but you
don't know what they would have.
You're not hearing what I'm saying.
It hasn't been done yet.
For those people to think that, yes, they may not think the technology, but for the technology to be done, it's because he or she puts it in there.
I'm not doubting anything you're saying.
But you keep saying, yes, progress will go on. Yes, technology will progress and progress.
We'll probably live longer. I don't think we'll live forever.
We would never live forever.
Right. I think we could live a long time, though.
We could live a long time. But
maybe we can live 1,000 years, but we're still going to die.
We're going to die before 1,000 years.
No, I'm saying, let's say in the future, for some reason, the future kept going and going and going. I'm sure eventually they would prolong life a lot longer than we're living now.
We won't live more than 1,000 years.
I don't know. We can live maybe 500 years. I mean, there are human beings that actually did live that long on this earth, if you believe in the Bible, right?
But they didn't live longer than 1,000 years.
No, but like 500 years. I think it was Moses or Noah's grandfather.
Adam lived 930.
Yeah, okay.
Some of them lived 500, 600. Yeah.
So how did we go from 900 to 120? Somebody changed the genetic code in us.
That's because of death.
Now, if there is an almighty God, do you believe he could change our code where we can live forever?
Yeah, he can do it. Yeah, he can. Yeah.
Why? But why can he do it? Because he's smart enough to do it, right?
No, because the power lies in him.
Right.
So once the power lies in him, he can do it, yeah. But his word, what carries out.
We can never figure out his genetic like he could probably make the code for us to live forever, but we'll never be able to figure it out with our brain capacity as man.
Right. Right. And remember, he created the brain capacity.
Yeah. Right. So like we only use it like what, 3% of our brain or something like that.
Yeah, that's what they say. Right. Yeah.
But Robert's just kind of he's going in a different route. He's going in a route that our God or our gods are not what we think they are. Like me and you believe in one almighty God, and he's spiritual and he's watching over us and he's looking, where he's kind of going in a different route with it. He's saying, yeah, there is a God, but he's not what we think it is. It's more like the Prometheus route.
Yeah, I hear what he's saying, but you have to understand if just to say let's just say Robert is correct. Let's just say biblically, because we religious and we into God. Let's just say Robert say, let's say tomorrow they invented something, say this person gonna live forever. Then guess what? There is no God.
Right.
No. You're taking that the wrong way, guy. What I'm saying is
there's no God the way you think there's a God. It's still
Exactly.
a God.
Right.
correct.
No God. Right.
What I'm saying is if you take what was written literally and not as supernatural, and that's why I mentioned, you were talking about Enoch, and then we got into Enki and Eel and all that shit. If you take that literally, it really isn't any more than the story of Prometheus.
Right.
And if that's the case, then what people perceived as gods or our creators was nothing more than a geneticist. We were created in their image.
If you want to
believe it literally.
If you believe, I believe that you can believe that literally. Okay, but that's just one part. That's just one part of God. That's just like that's just God's left hand. That's not his right hand, his head, everything else. So if you believe that part when it comes to the Enki and all of that situation, that's just one part.
Well, it happens to be a very huge part.
Yeah,
because without it, there would be none of it.
See, but my question to Robert was, and he came up with another, he was answering it, was, okay, so if we were engineers came here and made us in their own image, who made the engineers? And he came up with a whole theory of basically the world was always kind of here. And
panspermia. No, it wasn't the world was always here. It's at the creation when the solar system become into existence. Life was brought in, or the building blocks of life were brought in on comets and shit. It would certainly explain how quickly life began on this planet comparative to its age.
Wait a minute, I didn't hear what you said. You said,
well, I don't believe the planet's as old as they say, too. I mean, I believe it's not.
Okay, but that's here's the rub.
With these
hold on, Rob. I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you said. You said comets. You use that word?
Yes, comets could bring amoebas to the planet and stuff like that.
No, not necessarily amoebas. Just the building blocks of life. That's all you need.
Okay, I got it. Okay,
right. The protein chains, they reproduce themselves and all that. And let's say DNA is universal in the universe. Okay, and that would make any form of life out there basically our cousins.
Right.
Okay. And I'm looking at from a purely scientific point of view, not a religious point of view.
Right.
And don't get me wrong, I'm not knocking people with religion or anything like that. But if I'm going to be asked what I believe and what I think, I'm going to take it to the literal because the book itself even says that.
Right.
Well, now you said, just to get the story a little bit, Robert, so you kind of said Nikki left and now we found out we're still here, so he's going to come back and destroy us.
Here's what happened. And if you go through, there's like a 7 or 8 part series of videos on Enki and Anil.
I'm going to watch it.
Watch it.
Who made it? What?
I don't remember who made it, but
okay. And Nikki and Anil, there's like a 7-part series on YouTube.
Yes.
Go ahead.
So we were created to be servants, which is not far-fetched. It says that even in the Bible. We're going to serve God.
I agree with that.
But Anil, being that we were her children, as she thought it to be, or at least looked at it, started teaching us science. And that's where the whole Adam and Eve and the apple and all that baloney comes in. Mm-hmm. It wasn't an apple from a tree. It was knowledge.
Right.
And once she started teaching us knowledge, Enki got pissed because we were not allowed to be able to understand the whats and the whys.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And that was the whole deal. So he had ordered all humans that were created to be destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
And they thought they were, and Enki left.
Okay.
Whereas Neil and them stood behind because they didn't destroy all of us.
Okay.
So, and like in the Prometheus story, they found out, the engineers found out that, hey, we were still here and we're not supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you want to take it from a religious aspect, and if that story is true, that should scare the shit out of everybody, because if Enki finds out, guess what's going to happen?
It's coming down.
When God comes back, it isn't to save us.
Right. But what doesn't make sense there then who is the so Enki, so basically Anil is the girl or whatever, God or whatever you want to say.
Right.
And she's trying to save us. Then who is the devil? Who's the one putting all the evil on this planet right now? I mean,
Okay,
that's logical what's going on.
Where in the Bible does it say anything about the devil?
Not the devil. Let's just say evil.
But evil,
the fallen.
Define evil.
Well, people do worship Satan, right? Now, Satan does exist, doesn't he?
Does it say that in the Bible?
Well, what angel fell from heaven in the book of Enoch, though?
Okay, but if you're going to go in that, and as I said, if you're going to take it literally,
right?
Then,
I don't think the Bible could explain everything.
Like I said, you have to look at either from a religious point of view or a literal point of view.
All right, so when we're looking at it from religion, so let's just say there's no evil.
Then the fallen would have been the one. Hold on. Then the fallen one would have been the one who went against Enki and his commands.
Right, to destroy us.
Correct.
Look at it.
So the fallen one you're saying is the good guy.
Look at
in a way,
yes,
saving humanity.
Look at both. Look at literally and religious.
All right. So, but religiously, well, let's go with let's go to the literal first. So, the way you have it is Enki actually is the God who made us, but Enlil and the fallen are the ones trying to save us and hide us from Enki.
From Enki, yes.
From Enki, but who? So, if the fallen and Enlil are down here trying to save us, then who's making all these people do evil acts? Just that's human nature?
That very well could be human nature. We're not perfect.
I know we're not perfect, but some of the stuff that's going on is beyond perfect. And then
hold on.
Who is Baal and Boma? All these evil things that they're worshiping.
But you're talking creations. It'd be like me asking you who's Captain Picard on Star Trek, the Enterprise.
I know what you're saying, but there's got to be some kind of maybe the fallen. Some wanted to destroy us, like Enki.
Well, no.
And some didn't. I mean,
what I'm saying is,
if we're going by that story,
given that we have an imagination,
right,
and free will, okay, that doesn't detour us from doing good nor bad. Okay,
right, but
good and bad can truthfully be one's perspective and point of view. I can tell you that from war.
Oh yeah, I see what he's saying. He's saying this. He's saying, let's just say Robert created laws and then told me to do some, told us to create laws, and I went against his laws. He said that could be looked at as evil because I went against his laws. Your thought, the thought process that you have, which is free will. I have free will to do things. So if anybody does something against, look like what Robert is saying, against that could be looked at as evil.
What's up, Tom?
What up, man? Can you hear me?
Yeah, but no, see, I'm trying to stick to his story first to try to get into that, then get into, like, I can't go back and forth from spiritual to literal. I got to go, let's go to the literal part that Robert's talking about to try to figure this out, right? So I'm going to the literal part. If we want to believe that Enki and Anev and Anil, like we want to go by that route, right? So Enki left, Anil's here, they're trying to save us, and from Enki finding out And now when Nikki did find out and he's coming back, like, what's the deal?
No. Enki left. Okay.
Right.
And there was a faction left behind.
Right.
Now, if you want to take it to the literal, they've been pushing man and technology to be able to recreate the technology they had from their home world.
Right.
To be able to travel the stars. But here's the rub. If their lifespans are tens of thousands of years, which is what the book implies, and Enki finds out that we're still here, Enki will return, which would be our God, but it isn't to come and save us.
Come to destroy us.
Correct.
So what is then? Who is basically watching our planet right now? Anil and these fallen, you're saying, according to this book?
Yes.
And who gave the 10 Commandments and all these morals and things? Like, who gave Moses that?
But wait. What you're talking about, if you were to guide a species with no understanding, how would you do it?
Oh, you have to give them rules.
Correct. But you're talking about a very primitive species. So if you did it through made them believe in supernatural, and made them believe that, all these things that you want to talk about when it comes from a religious concept, to try and make them
morally sound, right?
Well, just rulable.
Yeah, so they don't kill each other. Like if you gave me I had the power to create life in a computer, I would want to make a god and a religion to keep control, to have all the people and all the programs to obey something so they don't kill each other. Because if there was no God, then mankind would be super out of control.
You're missing the one point. It's not to kill each other. It's to stop them from killing you.
To stop the gods from killing you?
No, stop you from killing the gods.
Oh.
Well, imagine your creation
one day kills you.
Managed to just figure out your level of technology.
Right, like an AI with Terminator.
Right. And they come back after you.
Like we literally down the road, if there's a Nikki, whatever, wherever they're coming with spaceships, we'd be able to fight them eventually.
Correct.
But that's just a theory, a book. I want to believe the other route. I want to believe the spiritual one.
Why?
Why? Because I got nothing to lose by believing in that. And I gave you an example why. Remember I told you about my truck?
No. What I'm saying is, and I'm not, like I said, I'm not begrudging anybody that's religious.
Right.
What I'm saying is it fills a need that there's something beyond us.
Yes, of course it fills a need.
Okay.
But it could be true.
Well, hold on. If you were looking from a mother and a child standpoint, the child always needs a mother.
What?
A child always needs a mother.
Why?
Or at least a motherly figure.
Or a father.
Yeah.
What do you mean why?
Yeah, my kids like don't have no mom.
Well, okay, hold on. A parental figure, how's that?
Yeah, that's better. That's better.
Okay. I guess I should, yeah. Parental figure.
Because the child needs either a mother or, having both is a blessing, but it needs a mother or a father.
If you put a 3-year-old out in the world with no parents, what's going to happen?
Right. It needs one parent at least, either girl or guy.
Yeah.
And if we are to be, shall we say, the children or the child, because we have a lack of understanding, and that's nothing more than what a child is a lack of understanding. What happens when we do understand?
Right.
But up until that point, it fills that need just as a child needs a parent. We need a way to explain in our mind the unexplainable.
Yep.
And that's why I said I don't want to begrudge religion, but I would hope the people of that mind would look a lot wider than themselves. Because I myself, I think it's kind of selfish to think that we're that special.
Well, that's where me and you bang on that, because I believe that's the devil's plan, not to make us think we're that special, where the Almighty God's plan is to basically, we are special.
My wife is special.
Because the devil, I mean, look, you don't believe in the devil or whatever, that's fine. But in my world, I do. I believe in this Satan, and his goal is for us to not even believe that the Almighty God exists. Just like you could get into flat earth and round earth, which I'm not going to get into too heavy.
Let's not go down that road.
But, they speak about the earth, that if you really could see the earth from the heavens, from above, you would know it was created. It just didn't happen. I believe that's what they're trying to hide from us, is that if you were in a spaceship up in the orbit somewhere, you would be able to see that the planet was actually built by an engineer, not by just a rock blowing up, and they made different rocks and it made a galaxy. So that's what the Bible does say. And if you look at all the old ancient people, they draw a flat earth with a dome over it.
Oh, wow.
So if you look at all those old people, the Incas and all these old ancient civilizations, none of them have a round globe earth that spins 1,000 miles an hour and travels towards the sun at 66,000 miles an hour, which don't make any sense. Because if you can't replicate that on Earth, like if I got a round rock, a bowling ball, and spun it around 1,000 miles an hour and shot water at it, the water wouldn't stick to it. But yet the oceans are all sticking to this rock.
But that rock don't have gravity.
Wait. Yeah.
What do you mean don't have it? It's in gravity.
Don't have gravity.
The bowling ball has gravity. It's in gravity. We're in gravity.
But hold on.
But I don't want to get into this flat earth shit. I just wanted to throw that out there, that the design is what they're trying to hide from us.
Oh, God.
What I'm saying,
if you believe they landed on the moon, then you're insane. No, you're literally insane. Even if you want to believe the earth is round, let's go this route.
Boy.
They still faked the moon landing because they had to beat Russia. They lied to us.
Yeah, I believe that.
That you have to believe. I don't.
Been there.
But let's say the earth is round and it's everything that you think it is. You still got to believe they faked the moon landing. Only the reason why, to beat Russia to the moon.
Man.
They did not land on that moon. That is so fake.
Hold on. I don't want to get into this debate, but I got one question.
Yeah.
If what you say were to be true,
right,
do you not think that Russia or China would have used that knowledge to propagandize and basically destroy the credibility of the United States?
That's true. That is true. I never thought
did it before they did it.
They did it too, though. They went up there and faked the moon landing to Russia.
Oh, so you said they all working together.
So, well,
Russia stopped their moon mission just as soon as ours did.
Of course, we beat them to the punch.
Hold on. We have all kinds of stuff that they could look at and see. China's been up there already. They've had rovers on the moon, all kinds of stuff. If any of that was true, they would have used that knowledge to absolutely discredit everything about the United States government.
No, there's certain things that they agree on that they don't. They kind of got rules for some reason. Look at Antarctica. There's your example. If you need proof.
Funny, since you had rovers up there, no one bothered turning around and taking a picture of the Earth.
What's up with Antarctica? Tell me that then.
Those rowers never took the
No, but you're trying to make it sound like governments will never get to...
Why would you discredit your greatest trading partner?
Oh,
but Robert got a point there though. You moving the goalpost, Pop. He has.
No, I didn't move the goalpost. What I'm trying to say is there's a reason why they didn't rat down on the other. But they would have had to prove it was fake, and they didn't have the technology.
Why would you discredit your fucking place where you sell the majority of your fucking manufactured goods?
Hold on. Was during that point in time, that wasn't the case.
It's always been the case.
No, it was not. Certainly not the case, and we certainly were trading partners with Russia.
Well, maybe they cut a deal. Whoever could fake it the best wins.
Well, we can't go back there.
You make a video and we'll make a video. Whoever makes it quicker wins. I don't know.
Like we can't go back there because we lost the trajectory.
They didn't land on the moon, man. No way.
I've explained why it is that like we can't go back there 1,000 times. Or like nobody wants to.
I'm not going to hear your bullshit. That's bullshit.
Yeah, like seriously, it's really simple. We basically strapped a bunch of motherfucking pilots inside of a tin can and shot it at the rock in the sky.
It's funny.
Today we can't do that with. No, we can't. No, they're not. There's only like 13 out of like.
What do you mean we can't do that? We kill 73 million babies a year in the world. We can't.
No, they don't care.
Again, in a rock. Come on.
No. Like because like every time it blows up. Like, did you remember how big the Challenger explosion was?
Yeah, and those people are still alive.
Yep.
Of course they are, man. Everything's a conspiracy theory with you. Like everything.
Well, you want the receipts? What do you want?
Bring up the pictures, Pop.
But Pop, Robbie got a point there, though. Pop, you got to think about what Robbie's saying.
No, what Tommy's saying is insane because then he's actually telling us the government gives a shit about us.
No. The government gives a shit about how it looks. It doesn't care about us.
Oh, really? They gave a shit on. They gave a shit on November 20th when they had them all on videotapes with the ballot boxes. They didn't give a shit. Come on.
Show them the pictures.
Like, did CNN show this? Did MSNBC show this? Did Fox show this?
When I show Tommy these pictures, he's still going to have an excuse.
Like, the individuals who get the motherfucking information directly from the government will never fucking show you the truth.
Tommy needs receipts again. Here we go, Tom. One more for you. What am I Googling again, MacGyver?
Challenger Columbia. You already had the pictures.
But I didn't save them. Challenger Columbia.
Disaster.
Pilots. Yeah. That's all. Here we go. They're still alive. They have them. The one teacher's in a college. They're alive, these people. Let me find it for you.
But yeah, next time you save it or find it, save it.
Yeah.
I'm sure this topic will come up again.
They'll tell me it's Photoshop or something. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah, here they are. Hold on. I got to go through this every time with Tommy. Because he always needs him and Von Erich, man. I want to see you two guys have
Casey.
Von Erich and Tommy, you think of a subject you disagree on, I'm going to just be the referee, and I want to see you two go at it. Because you two guys love, no matter what it is, salt and pepper.
I'll let you know about these pictures you about to because the pictures doesn't, okay, let's see.
These are them.
Bring it
they
bigger.
Showed them. They're them. This is just one set. So these are the astronauts, but there's tons of proof. There's tons of pictures about them all over these aren't made up. These would be taken down if they were fake.
So what are you proving? I'm trying to figure out.
These astronauts were supposed to die in that shuttle. They didn't die. Nobody was in there.
Oh, okay. So you said they still alive?
Yeah, they are.
Bring some close-ups so you can see.
They're right here.
All right, what's their names?
We don't know their names.
Here they are. These are the people.
What's their names?
One's a professor.
One's a teacher.
Here, well, I don't know. Let me pull up their names. Hold on.
Type them up.
Judith. Yeah, Judith Resnick, professor. Judith Resnik.
Professor.
They're all alive. It's all
Don't forget
bullshit.
to save it. Don't forget to save that.
I don't care about saving it. I got so much shit on my computer that
the government wants you.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna save a few, but yeah. So it's saying she's dead, but yet there's pictures of her. So those are her. You know what those are? Her double ganger. That's a double ganger. That's what it is.
They all have double gangers.
They all got double gangers.
You know, there is somebody on Earth that look just like you.
Yeah, so they ended up finding the 6-7 people that look just like these astronauts. And wait, they all live in America.
They could? Yes.
Hold on, Pops.
Yeah, NASA's $1 trillion treason. That's what this is called.
Nassholes.
$1 trillion treason.
Pops.
Yeah.
There was a TV show in the UK where they went and found people.
So you believe this thing landed on the moon, by the way? There's no look at the dirt underneath. There's no when like heat hits something.
Blowout.
There's no blowout on the dirt, nothing. You believe this is real right here. It looks like they made it with Reynolds aluminum wrap. Look at that thing. That thing looks like a go-kart that I can make better. Like, you really believe this aluminum foil can actually land it on the moon?
Sure.
I mean, really?
Why can't we go back there? They said we lost the trajectory. That's why we can't go back.
Oh, no.
According to Tommy, it's for the astronaut safety.
They did say that. They lost the trajectory. They can't go back.
They said we lost the technology.
Show me that.
You got to show them that.
We didn't lose the technology to do shit.
Well, that's what they're saying. You want to see the video and NASA admits it?
Let them see it.
NASA admitting they lost the technology? You want to see that?
Yep.
You don't believe me? Who don't believe me?
Robert don't.
Hold on. Lost the technology
to go to the moon.
My thing won't play for someone. Go to. You should find a MacGyver so we can play it. Because mine don't play sound. I don't know why with StreamYard. NASA admits it. This guy right here.
There's it.
We destroyed the technology to go back to the moon. Here, it'll be. You may not hear it, but you're going to see the subtitles in the bottom.
If not,
hold on. Let me.
I'll tell you what. You ain't got to show it to me. I will look it up and look into it.
Look at it right here, though. You see it? He's saying the problem we don't have technology to do that anymore.
They lost all that technology.
This is the chief engineer here.
Yep.
The NASAholes.
Yep.
Yo, look, the Nazis are the ones who got us to the motherfucking moon.
If we could get to the moon, if we can't get to the moon now with what we have, we never got to the moon.
That's not true.
It is true. They made it. They strapped Armstrong, according to you, and two other guys on a rock.
Wow. And those guys were Freemasons too. Wow.
Listen, the other day, I'm not lying. I have AM radio in my car, right? I have FM, but I like AM. It has some good news things.
Yep.
I couldn't even get reception on AM radio, but yet we have a rover on Mars that's like, what, 93 million miles away from Earth, and that works? Get out of here. Let's be literally realistic.
Yeah, but our radio signals can make it through the Van Allen radiation belt.
No, but from the Earth. I couldn't get an AM reception.
Oh, be right back.
Oh,
and this is the funniest thing, though. So 143 million miles, we can control a rover, but I can't even get radio reception on my radio. And really, I have to believe that. Now, why do I have to believe that? We could have a rover on Mars that we're controlling from Earth, 143 million miles away. Does this make sense to anyone? It really does. That I can't get good cell phone reception on the planet Earth, but yet we can control a rover on Mars? Really? Come on. What more? How small is our brain?
It's all on a fucking delay and it runs off the satellite.
I don't give a shit. The delay ain't that long. And the
delay is
like sound,
the delay is like 45 fucking minutes.
In 45 minutes, you can't travel at 143 million miles by the speed of sound.
At the speed of light.
Why speed of light? We don't shoot. What do we got? Radio signals at the speed of light now?
I'm not even using radio.
Light.
Listen, you can make up any excuse you want, Tommy. You're anti-conspiracy. You're pro-government. You're pro-globalist. You're pro-elite. And I told you about the two oil 2 months ago, Tommy. And now you could bite your tongue and say Pops was right. What happened to the two oil that you had a show about? What happened, Tom? Cat got your tongue? Just like we're going to have food shortages, but according to you, we're not.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
All right. Yeah, I was talking about diesel. I didn't say shit about goddamn fucking gasoline. Gasoline.
I told you diesel, two oil. I didn't say even gasoline.
You said oil, period.
I said we're going to have problems transporting food. And you said, nah, we just got to pay more.
No. I said, you said we were going to have food shortages. You said
we are going to have food shortages. We are going to have. I didn't know. I told you all the fuel's going up. that's one of the reasons we're not going to be able to transport it. We're going to have shortages of fuel.
I explained to you that diesel was heading up, and that's what's driving inflation.
And they're locking down all the trains. They don't even want the trains to transport food.
I told you what's going on with the fucking trains too. Legit, is that they're getting more money to move fucking boxes out of the goddamn fucking coast than they are for fucking actually putting the fucking fertilizer on it. It's that simple. They can move more. It ain't that simple. If the government,
any government could tell the railroads, you must transport fertilizer to feed our people, but they're not doing it.
I literally just read an article today about what's going on with the baby formula thing, right? The problem is like, again, what I tell you is these people are fucking specialists, right? So like the FDA shut down the entire fucking manufacturing of like fucking baby formula because 4 kids got sick.
Yeah, something wrong with the formula.
Oh, wait a minute. No. So you're telling me they shut down a baby formula factory, not intentional, but because they cared, because 4 kids got sick, but more than 4 kids have died from getting the magic potion, but they didn't shut that down. So you got to stop thinking that these people are evil.
These people are fucking government bureaucrats. They care about what they care about.
No, they didn't shut. They shut it. They would never shut the plants down before babies dying from baby formula.
All I gotta say, if there's a shortage on ice cream, Pelosi's gonna have a shit fit.
Do you know that whatever the problem was, the factory did fix the problems and wanted the FDA to come back and inspect the machinery and everything? And do you know the FDA never showed up? Do you know that?
What? Who fucking had
whatever problems there were when they recalled the baby formula? The baby formula company fixed the problem. And then they said, we're ready to go into production. But the FDA had to come back and give them an inspection so they could reopen. Yep. And the FDA never showed up.
Yeah, they just showed up fucking like yesterday.
Yeah, just like so all that baby formula that's on the borders to feed the immigrants, that's okay.
Again, I told you they're gonna get first dibs at the production that comes out because they're government contracts. They're going to pay more.
It don't matter. The government spoke. Well, let me ask you this then. So when a baby does die, if a baby dies, right? Who does the parent sue? The government?
I would sue the FDA 100%. But like, they're not going to get anywhere.
I'll be right back. We got the Mike. You can give him the business a little bit. The man that believes that there's no evil in this world.
Hello.
I don't think they're evil. I think they think they're going good things.
I think 75% of them are just complete greedy, godless people that just don't believe in anything, and then 25% of them do worship the devil. I'll be right back.
I don't think anybody really worships the devil.
Yo, Tom, whether or not whether or not you know you're evil, you know what I'm saying, you could still be evil. You know what I'm saying?
No, you can still do fucked up shit.
Right, and which makes you evil if you do evil things.
I don't think that's how that operates.
It is, bro. You know what I mean? If you consistently be doing evil things, then you are an evil person. You know
no. I mean, like, they don't know that they're doing evil. They think they're doing the right thing.
Well, it don't matter if they know. We know.
Yeah, right? It's like they don't know that 2 + 2 = 4. Like, they have no idea.
But like we tell them.
Yeah, but they don't know. They don't know that they caused this shit.
I know, but you got to tell them that they did it. They got to be like, hey, listen, bro.
But you got to hold them accountable in reality, but like they're not interested in any of that. They don't want accountability, right? Because like they're bureaucrats and they're unelected, so therefore like we don't even get to vote them out.
Well, then, we all have to smear peanut butter in our ass and go and, eat it out of our ass in front of the courthouse. I don't know, bro.
Yeah, I feel you, right?
It's a terrible attention somehow.
Yeah, it's a horrible system, and it doesn't make any sense, and it's a scientific government. This is how this shit works. They're fucking dumb.
We should just say we're... I don't know, bro.
I don't know either.
You need a bazooka.
That's what I'm saying. We just need to buy a bazooka.
Trebuchet. Trebuchet motherfuckers fucking the Atlantic.
Just start hurling rocks like
no. We're gonna hurl people. Fuck rocks. We're hurling people.
Yeah. So we're gonna capture the illegals and then hurl them at the White House out of trebuchets.
Trebuchet at the White House.
Y'all started the trebuchet a long time ago, all right? We're gonna have like the white trash no state surrounded by the motherfucking trebuchet, right? That's gonna have like and it's all gonna be trebuchet, right? And like we're gonna have like a doctrine where like y'all gonna send motherfuckers to this country. Well, then y'all better provide pillows for when the fuck they land. You know what I mean? Like that's how the hell this works. Because we're trebucheting them out, and we're even gonna get like Budweiser to sponsor it. You know, we're gonna get like some of the Make-A-Wish Foundation kids with their little knit caps and bald heads. They're gonna pull the lever.
Immigrants.
You know what I mean? Right? Yeah, just trebuchet motherfuckers, and then we're gonna put trebuchets on top of the Space Force joints, right? So we can trebuchet like aliens back into their galaxy.
Into space.
That's the real problem. Yeah, I'll be right back. I gotta hook up to this trailer.
Real problem is aliens, right? Well, you know, I ate a really medicated slice of toast this morning. How's everybody doing?
Good. Nice to meet you, Mike.
How you doing?
Doing all right, Mike. I like it with strawberry jam with mine.
Von Erich, hello. Von Erich is dead. Robert Tucker, nice to meet you. MacGyver.
What's up, bud?
What's up, doggy dog? What you been doing?
Not a whole bunch. Just got back from my in-laws. Had to fix their air conditioner. Wasn't working.
Oh, the in-laws.
Yes, I'm always running over there and doing freebies.
It's a good thing.
Yep. Want them get too hot.
What's this show about?
What show? This one here?
Yeah.
We were talking about space, the space people from the Columbia Challenge, how they're still living, and how we lost the technology to get back into space. That's what they tell us.
You know, it was just in a filing cabinet, and they burned it on accident or something.
Yeah.
They dropped it down the sewer on accident. Technology schematic. It's gone.
I guess.
They accidentally deleted it in the recycling bin, too.
Yeah. Somebody had shit on their hand and it stuck to it.
That's what happened.
Yeah.
They shit in their hand.
Yep.
Just leave it right there.
The old famous shit in the hand routine.
It stunk so badly they burnt down the whole office, including the technology and how it gets.
And they forgot to yank the technology before they burnt it.
Yeah.
You better quit. No, he won't.
The fucking kids over there fucking my Teflon shit up. Here.
I don't want that. I don't want that. You need to stop with
well,
stuff, please.
You know, make America great again and stuff. Everybody smash that like button. Giuseppe, tell them it's your bedtime. Tell them.
Bedtime.
It's your bedtime.
Your bedtime.
No, it's
6 o'clock.
Well, he's 2.
Go to bed.
This is his bedtime, bro. He's only 2 years old. Like,
go to bed.
Needs to go to sleep.
Anyways, I'm not sure how long Pops is gonna be gone. I'd like to say goodbye to him because I do have to get out of here.
Yeah, man. You already know.
Pardon?
Yeah, man. You already know, bro.
So, anyways, when he gets back, Tom, it's been nice talking to him. I will pop back in at some point in time.
I'll tell him, Robert.
All right.
You guys all have a good day. I've got to go take care of some legs. So,
take care, Robert.
Everybody, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, make sure you subscribe to this channel. You know what I'm saying? It got the best fake news on the motherfucking internet. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you still come back here.
Of course. I gotta argue with somebody.
He comes back here and argues, and he's like, you know what? That actually does sound pretty good. I'm gonna put that into my joint.
Yeah.
Yeah, you always gotta listen to like crazy shit.
You're all evil.
Right? Yeah. Like I was like, because I'm like, you know what, man? We're not gonna get nowhere if we just keep calling motherfuckers evil. We gotta like address like what the fuck it is they're doing.
what it is that they're doing is evil things. See. Hence the
like it's
evil.
just like, yo, it's a good thing that it's the evil thing. They're just picking the evil thing every time.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, they're basically just choosing the evil thing.
yo, I'll be right back. That's because it's profitable. Like that's a goddamn problem.
Well, that is the problem. Profits is the problem.
That is the issue. I'll be
The
1
need to
second.
profit.
Yeah, they got us so busy we don't have time to think.
It's like the need to profit causes you to do the evils, or to causes people to do the evils.
Yep.
And it's like that fear, you know, that they put. That's why they put you in so much fear, right? It's to keep you running. You know what I'm saying? You think you're running away, but they just, you know, you're just running in the treadmill, generating more power for their.
Well, I got my house taker, my car taker, my wife, the kids, my insurance, and I got to work my ass off. If I don't do it, I'm not going to have this stuff, and I'm going to lose it all, and then I'm going to be a nobody.
That's a bad setup, MacGyver.
Well, I'm just saying that's how they got people thinking.
Yeah, it's a bad setup. People need to start thinking differently and doing different things. You know, people have to realize that the quality of living, the quote unquote, you know, standard in America is actually not normal. You know what I mean? It's like that white picket fence standard is a fucking fantasy, and it's not really supposed to exist. You know what I mean? Because for every jerk off with a white picket fence and a fucking, you know, little backyard and a 2-family duplex sitting on
There's a family that don't.
There's 10. You know what I mean? So,
Righty then, I'm back.
Yeah, bro. People need to.
Yeah,
12.
Robert had to get
12.
going. Robert
And they're all fucking evil, right?
Yo, man, listen. The problem is the profit motive as a whole is evil, right?
Yep.
Like it is what it is. Like it creates really bad situations just all of the time.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like, and JP Morgan used to say this, and this is why like we have such a problem with government.
Tommy, fuck JP Morgan. How's that?
Yeah, I like JP Morgan.
Devil worshipping piece of shit. You and him should be buddies together.
Man,
yeah,
guy,
Morgan
JP Morgan. Anyway, he used to say like, yo, the worst thing that you can have is competition, right?
Oh yeah, he killed his competition.
Mm-hmm.
No. What he did was
Titanic.
He bought them. He didn't kill them. He bought them.
Yeah, he bought them tickets to his boat, and while the boat hit the rock or the iceberg,
but JP Morgan was an old fuck and literally couldn't throw anybody off of a boat.
But he paid people to do it.
Yeah.
Listen, like Bill Gates couldn't beat up a mosquito, but he could have somebody whack you in 3 seconds.
Who?
Yeah.
Your hero.
Mm-hmm.
Bill Gates. Bill Gates. Highly doubt Bill Gates then is killing motherfuckers. But
Bill Gates couldn't kill a 3-year-old.
Yeah, he could. Does it every day.
He couldn't do it. He has to make somebody else do it.
No. He could kill. You know, what I mean, he kills lots of them every day.
Yeah.
With Oprah Winfrey,
he kills me with his lies.
Hillary Clinton. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Hillary Clinton got real bodies. Like 100% got real bodies.
You know, the Rockefellers, bro, the Warbuckses, the DuPonts, you know what I'm saying?
Daddy Warbucks.
The motherfucking...
Well, you know what, Tommy? And you know, our government owns the Federal Reserve too, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's not a private corporation, right?
Nope. It is.
Yeah, look. The Federal Reserve is it's literally it is literally a federal fucking agency.
Oh my God! The president isn't even allowed in there.
Yeah, you know what's the problem? All right, the majority fucking shareholders of every biggest company in existence is owned by the same biggest fucking financial, investment firms.
Well, yeah,
all at the same time.
And then wait.
Here's where it gets crazy. They each own each other. So
yeah,
so what they're doing is they're paying the rich people are paying themselves.
No. What they're doing is they're creating money for retirements to continue to be able to keep their scam going.
Well, that's why they're starting this war, because they got busted with their hand in a cookie jar. They don't know how to get rid of the trillions of dollars.
Wag the dog.
They're going to try to just blow everything up so they can erase the debt.
Wag the dog.
Oh
They're
yeah,
gonna, they're gonna try to hide all the crumbs that they laid all over.
It's kind of like
They're
they shit
covering
in
up
their
their
hand,
crime.
right, a long time ago, and now they smelt the shit in their hand. They're like, oh, that's gross, and now they're trying to clean the shit off, but they can't because it's been there for a long time. It's embedded into the fibers of
So
their
now
fingertips.
they'll blow up half the planet just to hide their
diapers
crime.
of our government.
They're not trying to hide their crimes. They're literally just they were asked to do something impossible.
Yo,
Right? And
they're gonna fucking fake an alien invasion. All right, I'm just gonna come out and say it.
They created the
Project
Ponzi
Bluebeam.
They're gonna do it. All right, they're gonna pretend that there's nuclear wars, bro, and the aliens are gonna save us, and then
They're the
gonna
ones
make us
bombing our
subjugated
cities.
to the fucking aliens.
They're
all right?
the ones bombing our
The
cities.
Anunnaki are gonna come down and help
Mhm.
us.
And they're gonna tell us that we need to worship them, bro, and give them like stuff, and then they're gonna give us stuff, and that's when everybody worships Satan outright. So it's all coming to you, bro. It's all
I'm not
coming
gonna ever worship an alien. It's never gonna
Yo,
happen.
they're gonna do a zombie apocalypse.
You worship you worship J.P. Morgan and Bill Gates.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, bro. I heard you got a
worship either one of
shrine.
them.
Listen, I heard you got a shrine in your closet with a picture of J.P. Morgan where you sacrifice chickens.
Yo, my
I'm
boy,
just
he
saying.
said Bill Gates is his hero. Straight
You
up,
get
right on my
adrena-
show. I'll play
Bro,
it back.
You
for
get
Did
the
you light a
adrenochrome
candle
out
for
of the
Bill
chicken.
Gates?
That's what I gotta do, Tom. I got a
timepiece.
new idea. I'm gonna make a highlight reel of you saying all this stupid shit and play it back right on the show. Next time you
I
come.
like Bill Gates, man.
You
Legit,
said he
he's not
was
a
your
terrible guy.
hero. You said
Well,
he was
why
your hero.
won't Bill Gates let you remove Microsoft Edge out of your computer, huh?
Yeah, I think you love him.
You
He
use
does.
I don't love him,
Microsoft
like,
Edge out
like,
of there, but you
I
can't get
think
it
he's
the
a
traditional way.
gangster ass businessman, like 100%. Like,
Look, I think you love the orange tinge of his skin complexion. I'm just saying.
Gangster
look.
ass businessman. Trump is a gangster ass businessman.
oh
Not
my!
Bill Gates.
He was born into it. Trump was born into it.
But Trump's
Yeah.
gangster. Bill Gates is a half of I don't know what he is.
You know
He's a
who's a
pregnant
gangster
man.
businessman? D. All right, D's a big gangster businessman.
He's nuts.
D's nuts.
He's nuts.
All right, everybody else is just an asshole sucker, bro. They just suck the money right out of
What
other
was your
people's
new show,
assholes.
Tom? What was the new one you just made? I seen it. I didn't watch it yet. What was it?
Oh,
you're talking about the opium.
Opioid. Yeah, the opioid epidemic.
What are you talking about? Old news from 5 years ago?
No. It's still going on. Like last year, we had more people die of heroin overdoses than ever in our history.
Yeah, I think 103,000.
7.
But yo, it's not heroin; it's fentanyl.
Yep.
Denim.
It's both. It's both. It's both.
I mean,
Yeah, because like 23,000 of them weren't even heroin. It was like literal pills.
But Tom, you got to understand, it's not the government's fault. They're dumb. They don't understand what's going on. They really care about us.
They're incompetent as fuck.
Oh God,
they're
that's
doing
all.
this on purpose. All right.
You're saying they're not letting it go through? Like they don't know? Oh, good.
This
No, look again.
world
Like there's a
is
difference between the
shit.
CIA. There's a difference between the CIA and the Congressional Budget Office. Right? They're not like the same thing. This is the problem. It's like you literally
They aren't the
think
same
like,
thing, but the CIA tells them what to do.
No.
Yes.
No.
They tell
The
everybody.
CIA,
You don't
the
listen to us,
CIA
we kill
runs,
you.
Yo,
We
the
kill
CIA
you.
runs its own shit. It holds its own book.
Yeah, and you don't listen to them, we kill you.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. But
They
like, yo,
told-
they don't give orders.
They told the
right?
media, they own the media. They said, you cooperate or we kill you.
I just want to know how many farts can you fit inside of a hot air balloon?
Let's ask Mr. Owl. He should know.
Gotta ask Mr. Owl.
Tommy would definitely have
You
those
have a lot.
statistics for you.
Tommy knows.
Right, I'm saying,
Yeah,
like,
Tommy,
yo,
hit the
I don't.
Google up.
Yeah, I'm cool. Right, so like, I'm saying, like, I just don't think that, like, you'd understand, like, the entirety of, like, how the mechanism works. It's like a giant clock with a whole bunch of gears, and each one's independent. And there's a bunch of them that are just not connected to nothing and doing their own shit, fucking everything up.
Mm-hmm.
Legit. There's a lot of shit in our government that's just complete. Like, see, the CIA, they literally run their ops to pay for their own ops, so they don't have to ask for money and be accountable to anybody.
Because they run bullshit scams like NASA and get a lot of money for them, and they take that
when
money.
Oh my God.
I guess when you overthrow a government like Venezuela, you can't ask for money to do that. I
Yeah.
get it.
Yeah. Or when you want to, like, you know, stand here and spy on some dissident somewhere and, like, you can't ask for money to, like, You know, fucking, you don't want to ask people like permission for flight paths. You want to run fucking like illegal illicit drugs and use that as a cover. And it's like you're not even using your own operatives, you're using people who are off books to do shit. Right?
Yeah.
Like,
well, when you want to build an island like Epstein Island so you could blackmail politicians and worship the devil, I guess,
guys,
you don't want to ask for that money in the congressional
budget. I got a really good idea. All right. We make a new form of bungee jumping and we call it nungy jumping, where you basically bungee jump with nothing attached to you except, you know what I mean, like the cord to your nutsack, right?
But girls don't have them.
But check it out. It doubles, right, as a sex change operation for, you know what I'm saying, for the people that are transgendering. So we can make money by, you know what I'm saying,
save money on
it's entertainment. It's entertainment, and you get your sex change for the same low cost of $599.99.
Just rip
we
it
can
right
also
off.
bill Medicaid. So, you know what I mean? I think it's a good deal.
I mean, it don't sound terrible, you know?
It's called nungy jumping.
There you go, Tommy. They're all in on
you
it.
Jump off the top of the building. You land on your back, right, out of wind, but no nuts.
And they'll make it seem great, like it's the best thing to do. Get all these blind people involved.
Like half the reason like we're in Ukraine right now is because of the CIA.
Nobody's denying that.
Right? Like, yo, but here's the thing, though. The Pentagon has no idea what the fuck the CIA did.
But we already have
there you go.
We already own the Ukraine. Why would we be there if we already owned Ukraine? What do you think?
We didn't own it. Look, you understand, bro. Like, yo, they're not owning things.
Listen, our country and culture is great. Okay, we have no baby food. All right, they're teaching kindergartners how to masturbate. Everyone in the world should experience the pleasure of being American. Okay?
Yeah, like we don't own shit. Like, I don't.
Who
think
doesn't
you
want their
China's
kindergartners to know how to masturbate?
Who cares what we own?
With the
all I know
hippo.
is we got evil people.
Yeah, bro. Google gender hippo. All right, I'm just
Tommy. You
can't handle the truth.
That's the bottom line.
Bro. They're evil. Tom.
You can't handle the truth.
You know who's behind all this shit, bro? I can tell you.
The Jesuits.
No.
They're all
behind the Jesuits. Behind all of
Zionism.
it.
The devil.
Listen. The man behind the curtain. All right. The devil.
The devil.
Right.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, yo, there's just way too many cosmopolitan motherfuckers that are just walking around the earth right now.
And Tommy, I'm just saying.
You can't handle the truth.
I'm telling you, dude, like, yo, you can't just keep blaming it on the devil. Can't do it.
Look at this guy. He thinks
I am the chosen one.
He's the chosen one.
Yo,
didn't you hear?
Yo,
I am the chosen one.
Said he's the chosen one. What do you got to say for that?
Yo, people will write you off if you keep screaming about the devil.
Who cares if they write me off? It's the truth will set you free.
I want to change things. I don't want to continue to just bitch.
Forget about bitch. You're not going to change anything. The devil's in control. Well, I don't know. Is this world getting better or is it burning down to the ground like you want it to?
I want it to burn down to the deck. But, like, you know, I want to be able to, like, pass my opinions on forward with better options rather than just
all right, let me show you something. Tell me what your option is. This is what we're fighting.
Pops, I'm gonna make you a thing for the devil.
So we're fighting all this.
All of this.
So tell me, what is the option to beat this machine right now that you see here? Look at this monster.
I'm not even looking at shit. I'm busy driving at the moment. I ain't looking at nothing. Right.
So we got about
screenshot.
50.
I'm
50 different things we're fighting.
Hit the volume button. It'll get a screenshot.
I don't know. I mean, how are we going to beat this? This is insanity. No,
well, like, yo, it's really simple.
Can't
like,
win that war.
Yo, you can, but you just got to put people the fuck away from the system.
Yeah, how are we going to chop the head off of the snake? Tell us.
Yo, it's really simple. You just get away from the snake.
Yeah, but the snake ain't going to let you eat.
Yeah, it keeps
going to come looking for you.
Yeah.
Yo, it's not that difficult. Yo, look, legit. All you have to do is divorce yourself from the system.
Yeah, well, have you divorced
yourself? And then, like, the only political platform. Yo, I'm working on it, right? The only political platform.
You're gonna go live in the
mountains.
mountains.
I'm working on it. You know what I mean? Like, yo, I'm fucking fishing and doing preps and fucking.
Well, how's that divorcing yourself? Don't you pay taxes still?
Sometimes, right? But like, Yo, don't ask me questions about my fucking financial shit, all right? Legit, 'cause, you know,
Yeah,
I,
but
I do
you
things
pay
that like not
taxes.
right.
You work for the system.
Baby,
You're in the system.
I'm an independent contractor,
And he's
and
working for it.
I'm an independent contractor who,
That
like,
works
you
for
know,
the system.
I pay what I want.
Oh, that's a lie.
No, it absolutely is not a lie. But I don't want to get into this. I don't want people looking at my
Yeah,
shit.
I don't want to
Anyway,
get into it either. It's not real important anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, right. But the whole point is this, right? So, like, literally, what you got to do is you got to get people away from the system. And then the only political like shit that you need is to get rid of something like property taxes. And then you completely divorce yourself from the system because they no longer fucking have a hold over you.
Well, I don't see anybody doing it yet.
So if I start paying for my property tax, they're going to kick me out of my house after they accumulated like $15,000 in taxes.
No, they only need like $40 to take your house. Not the point. What I'm saying
He's
is,
right.
like they're fucking shitheads. But what I'm saying is what you need to do is get the political shit together to get rid of property taxes altogether. Make them illegal. Once you do that, then like we can just be completely divorced.
When you say once you do that, who is the you?
The world.
Me and Mims have a thing we want to stand on.
The American people won't even take a diaper off their face. You think they're gonna fight the government?
Listen, make cannons great again.
Wait a minute.
Make cannons great again.
Yeah.
All right.
And Darren's.
Hold on, panel. Let's pay attention to what he just said. Okay. So Americans will not even take a diaper off their face because they're scared shit of the government. So we're actually going to fight the government, not to pay them taxes, but we won't put a diaper off our face? Come on, guy.
When it comes to money, people will fight.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
People, they're starving their children with baby formula. They won't fight.
There's still nobody like starving yet. You know what I mean? It's getting there. But
I haven't heard of anyone starve about it yet. I mean, like, I'm just saying. Like,
you can still get off
closing the
at the end of the day, bitches is gonna have to fucking breastfeed their kids and stop being lazy.
You can't breastfeed a kid if you have a baby 6 months old and you weren't breastfeeding it. You just can't turn the faucet on your titty and start breastfeeding.
Should have been, because here's the reality.
Yeah,
all that baby formula is literal fucking poison.
We're not talking about that. What we're talking about is parents aren't fighting.
So it's like, oh my goodness, there's a poison.
Tommy doesn't want to admit that people don't want to fight no more.
I realize this. This is why, like, what you want to do is you want to get people away from the system first, right? And then go, hey, look, we can completely divorce.
They won't even stop me from Amazon. How are you going to get away from the system?
Yeah, but the FDA wants their hands on that breast milk.
They don't want their hands on that breast milk. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Listen,
man?
I needed to start a business, and the cheapest shit I could buy was on fucking Amazon. I'm just saying.
Yeah, my son supports Amazon, the beast.
I don't fucking support them. I need to support my family and make a business, and I can't be spending an extra $200 on some shit for no reason. I'm just saying.
But if you were if you were wealthy enough to do it, you would, right?
For my shit that I would spend money on all the time, right? Like things that I spend money on all the time, I would never give that money to Amazon. If I need to get like one thing and I can't get it anywhere else.
Yeah, I didn't say that. I'm just saying I'm with you on that.
Fuck Amazon, bro. If I could spend any dollar anywhere else, I would. You know what I mean? I even try to not spend money at these big box stores, and I try to spend money locally, even if it's more money. I don't care.
Well, the guy that owns like Cash Savers isn't stabbing you in the back with his money.
No, I'm just saying big box stores, Cash Savers.
We're talking about Walmart.
Cash Savers is like non-for-profit, bro. That's why they do that.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like the owner of, let's say, a small supermarket chain, like that owns 3-4 supermarkets. I'm
saying like
evil.
Walmart, bro. All these big box fucking companies, bro. They need to eat shit.
Yeah, the big box companies got to go. Tommy, where Tommy lives, he said there's not even a Walmart near them for 60 miles. I guess they said these people won't buy from us. Don't even build one near them. They all act like Tommy Pinoy.
He must live in a small town. What's up, Marcus?
He lives up, I don't know, on an Indian reservation, if you ask me, the way he talks about it. Who knows? Who we got in the comments? We got anybody new in here?
So unless a lot of people stop buying from the store, it won't at once. It doesn't matter.
No, it's a matter of not buying from the people that stab us in the back. Like every time you buy something at Walmart, he takes that money and weaponizes it against you. Same thing with Amazon. Amazon just is going to pass a thing in their company that any woman that wants to get an abortion, and if their state doesn't allow it, they will pay them $4,000 to travel to another state to get the abortion. So Amazon's saying, kill babies. We don't care. When did Amazon become a political company?
Their money.
Why
it seems
do
like
they
people with
care
the most
about-
money have to say.
Their largest customer is fucking single women.
Yeah, Brown
If they're
knows
spending
that.
money, if they're spending money on diapers, they're not buying cheap plastic shit from their website.
The mothers that buy diapers shouldn't buy it from them because they're baby killers.
They're not buying diapers from them. Most people buy their fucking diapers from Walmart or Target or fucking a grocery store.
Yeah.
Oh, really? I know tons of people that buy diapers from Amazon. You want to see the
Why?
sales?
Why would you buy diapers from Amazon?
they're
It
cheaper.
costs more.
Not always.
And you got to wait on it. It's way easier to just grab them at the local Dollar General or whatever.
Plenty of people buy stuff on Amazon. Baby formula. They buy everything on Amazon. What do you think?
Again, the majority of moms qualify for WIC, and you just spend your WIC at the grocery store.
You could see, do you know that you can use food stamps on Amazon now?
Oh, probably, but again, it doesn't matter. It's just easier and simpler to go to your local fucking
It may
store.
be easier, simple, but Amazon's selling more
And
shit
on top
than
of
anybody.
that, and on top of that, how much buy dim weight diapers weigh a whole lot more than your cheap plastic iPod.
That's true. For shipping purposes, it's too expensive.
Right? So this is the point, right? So literally, even if you have Amazon Prime and free shipping and all the bullshit, it's costing Amazon money. They want fucking female customers to go buy a bunch of bullshit electronics that costs next to nothing, that has a fucking 300% markup from the fucking factory, right? You have to understand, all this shit is literally fucking based on business. It's not based on, fucking the devil or no evil shit.
Okay, so Amazon, Bezos woke up and said, yeah, pay mothers to go kill their babies to help sales. Let's do it.
No, it's them fucking standing here giving out free abortions to females because they want women to be part of the workforce, and they can't be if they're straddled with being fucking moms.
They'll do anything they can to depopulate.
This guy is insanity.
They're doing anything they can to depopulate.
You are a godless human being.
Look at the birthing rate.
I'm not a godless human
You're
being.
godless. I don't care what you tell me. You're godless in my eyes.
Why?
Look at the birthing rate.
That's literally what the.
But you're saying that's all right. Let's say it's literally what's happening. Is that okay?
Is it okay? No.
Oh,
it's
then
not
you're
okay.
not godless. Then maybe.
Right? No, it's not okay. But I'm telling you why it's happening, rather than just going that it's happening.
Are you Jeff Bezos' assistant?
No,
How do you know really what's happening? How do you know Bezos don't have a Satan worship temple in his basement? How do you know if he doesn't?
I don't. But I'm telling you, literally, it makes.
You don't think he worships Satan?
Sense. No, I don't. I don't think he worships.
But
Satan.
how do you know if he doesn't? I've never seen him in a church.
I've never seen him not in a church.
Yeah, when did you?
Oh, hey, Pop, so you said
that's what I just said.
So when we buy, people
not
buy
in a church.
So you said when people buy food from Amazon, we buy devil food?
No, you're supporting the beast that stabs you in the back.
Okay, but you do too, because you said Trump works for Satan, and you said that you will vote for Trump.
Wait a minute. I said I voted for Trump the first time because I didn't know.
And then you said at the
you have to pick. You have to pick your poison.
Okay.
Which Satan worshiper do you want? If you have to pick one, you pick the better one, right?
No, you pick none. You pick none.
Well, you don't have to.
No.
You don't
Throwing
have
away
to
your vote is garbage. Throwing away your vote is garbage.
You don't gotta vote. What you talking about? You gotta vote.
I never said you had to vote.
No, you need to vote. Throwing away your vote is trash.
If you didn't listen to what I said, I didn't say me. I said if you had to vote, if you had to. Nobody has to, correct?
Pop.
Am I correct? Nobody has to
vote. No one has to vote, but you didn't say that at the end.
I said if you had to vote and you had to pick your poison, I would pick Trump over Biden. That's all.
Okay, so then you said I. So that means you will vote for the devil. But you
I
said
would vote for the lesser devil. Yes.
okay. So
Yeah,
you
I would vote for Trump.
yeah.
If
So,
I had to pick one, I'm going to pick Trump over Biden.
right. So you will vote for the devil.
I would vote for the lesser devil. Yes.
Okay.
If I
still
had to
devil.
vote.
It's
But
still
that don't mean I would vote for either one of them.
it's still a, you said at the end of the video you will vote for Trump again.
I said if I had to.
No.
I had to pick. You have to pick your poison.
Go to that video that you did. You said you will vote for Trump again. Because you said
I'm not saying I
why
didn't say
wouldn't
I
you
wouldn't.
vote for Trump?
But why would
Why
I
wouldn't
vote
you
for
vote?
him?
Wait. Why
Biden?
wouldn't you vote? Wait, why wouldn't you vote for Trump?
Who's this coming in? Hold on.
Pops, I made you the clip, bro. I made you the clip, bro. Put it in.
What is it?
Bro, it's the devil.
Hold on. Let me get rid of this. Hold on.
Shit, I ain't voting.
All right, let's play that again. How does it? Oh,
It's not on there, bro.
That's off of what's that movie?
It's Little Nicky, but hold on.
yeah,
it's all
Little
fucked up.
Nicky. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
let me
Why would
show
they
you.
be playing that movie, Little Nicky and shit? You know.
Oh,
It's
but
the
Eric, I definitely would vote for Trump over Biden if I have to pick a devil. You have to pick one. If you don't pick one, then you end up getting Biden again.
You don't have to pick one
Because
because
Little Nicky, that was a devil.
Why not?
assistant.
I might as well pick one.
because both of them work for the devil.
It don't matter. I might as well pick one of them.
Okay, so then you worship the devil.
I don't worship nobody but the Almighty
If
God.
you vote for someone, you're saying, hey, I vote for you. The laws that you pass are devil laws, and I want you to pass them.
What type of nonsense?
Von Eric's too funny though. I gotta laugh. He's like, and you passing the devil laws? I guess those devil laws are better than the other devil's laws.
Okay, well, you still vote for the devil.
Right.
I guess you're right in that aspect, but I still,
Yeah.
I still
ain't
don't
voting.
worship him though.
No more voting for me.
You just said if you supported the devil, then
I'm not supporting him. I said you have to pick your poison.
but you said the Amazon, which you illustrate with the Amazon, you said you supported the devil thing.
But there's no way for me to stop here. You either got to pick Biden or let's say Trump, right?
I will pick none.
There's no out card.
I would do exactly what God was saying. None.
All right, so I don't pick none, and then I don't pick none, but one of them is getting in anyway, right?
Okay, but you said, listen to what you said. You've been saying for a long time.
I can buy the product
but
from a different company. I don't have to buy it from Amazon.
But no, Pop. You said that you hate evil. You said God have you all here to fight evil, but then you turn around and said, "I will vote for evil."
No, I said you have to pick your poison.
Oh, and evil? No, you're supposed to be.
Well, I guess you basically can just not vote.
Right, you don't vote, and then you're supposed to go because you said that you hate evil. So if you hate evil, why would you vote for evil?
Well, I didn't. First of all,
okay,
I did not say. Maybe
Listen, the devil made him
I don't
do
remember
it,
me
all right?
saying that I am going to vote for Trump. I remember me saying if I had to.
No, you said that you will vote for Trump again.
I don't remember that. I got to find that on the video.
Yeah, go look at it. Go listen to it.
Yeah,
I think it was he'd rather vote
because
for
I know
Trump
I voted
than
for him
a,
the first time, but I didn't think he was
Democrat.
evil. Then when I did my homework, I realized he is evil.
Right, but then you said,
do you know what MAGA means? I just found this out. MAGA is in the Satanic Bible. MAGA.
Yeah.
I watched a video on it, and
You know what I'm doing
the
right
word
now?
MAGA it means something like Satan in the Satanic Bible. I forgot what it means, but the word MAGA, Make America Great Again, is really in the Satanic Bible. MAGA. I got to show people it. It's on a Trump video. Hold on, let me see if I can pull it up. I'll tell you what it is. That up. But yeah, that makes sense. But still, if I had to pick one, I'm picking Trump, but that don't mean I'm gonna vote for him. I still rather be living under Trump's rule than Biden's rule, because look at what's going on with Biden. This is real crazy. At least Trump, I have a little bit of doubts. Like, I'm like, oh, maybe he's a Mason, but maybe he's like a good Mason. Even though I may think he's a demon, I'm not sure, but I'm definitely sure Biden is.
Okay.
A good basis.
So I'm looking up
Not
Amazon.
the high level, there aren't.
I'm looking up the word Amazon in Hebrew, and it comes up as amber and amazed.
I got to look for that video I have on Trump, though. Hold on. Let me see if I have it.
Amazed.
Amazed?
Yep, for Amazon in Hebrew.
Well, the word MAGA in the Satanic Bible means something like Baal. I forgot what it means. I got to look it up. I was watching a video on how shit about Trump.
Didn't you guys ever see?
Do you know there's a commercial that Trump's in? It's a mattress commercial with sheeps. And the sheep he's talking to was number 9, and in the background it's 11. Yep. 9/11.
Yep.
Let me see if this is.
So that's what I do.
Yeah, here it is. I found it. Hold on.
Research words. Yeah. I told you.
I found the video. Let me see where it is. Oh no, this ain't it. Yeah. No, that ain't it. Damn, I thought I had it.
All right.
But anyway, you guys talk while I'm looking. I think I have it somewhere.
Yeah, a thing would just pop in my head, like, shit. I'm gonna do some research on this word Amazon.
Amber Heard. What's that?
Yeah, it's weird.
Amber Heard.
Amazed.
What are you looking up?
Well, I'm just, like when you guys talk and stuff, I mean, I do research. I mean, people may say stuff, but yet, like, for instance, something popped in my head, say, hey, why don't you check out what this Amazon word's all about? So I typed in words for Amazon, nothing came up.
I'm going to look up the word MAGA in the Satanic Bible. I know it means something. Hold on. MAGA.
While you're at it, to Amazon. You never know.
Is Mike still there? Mike's ready.
So MAGA means the title or position of the highest ranking priest in the Church of Satan. That's what the word means, MAGA. Now, who has MAGA on their hats?
The Satan lovers.
Say it again. Say, what is it?
You know MAGA, Make America Great Again, on the hats?
Uh-huh.
Well, here's what it means in the Satanic Bible. I'll zoom in so you can see it. Do you see it? Look on the. Are you looking at the screen or you're on your phone?
Oh, okay. I see it. Yeah, I see it. The title position of highest ranking priest in the Church of Satan. Oh, okay.
Yep,
that's what MAGA means. So there's Trump, MAGA, right?
And there's your Microsoft, Bill Gates, Bing. He never lies.
So what I'm trying to say is, do you think that's a coincidence? Right, Von Erich, think about it.
The veil is lifting.
Make America Great Again, right? When Trump came in,
right.
And now it's MAGA hats, MAGA. Is that a coincidence that in the rank, in the Church of Satan, that's what MAGA means? Right. Ain't that weird, man?
Yeah, that is kind of.
Yeah, well, listen, these people do everything with symbols and words before they even become reality. They already had the plan.
Right.
And it's a sin that people don't see through that. I believe 99% of stuff that happens is not coincidence. I believe there's once in a blue moon, it is, but I would say 99% of the time it's not.
Right.
Because there got to be coincidences once in a while. I mean, that's normal. Private War says Pops thinks voting matters. Not at all. I don't think voting matters at all. Actually, I am not. Had nothing to do with my discussion with Von Erich. I'm just not voting the next vote because I just know it don't matter. I know the whole thing is rigged. It's so rigged that no matter who I vote for, they win anyway because they got both sides covered.
Mm-hmm.
So they only going to make who they want to win at the time they want. Like if Trump comes back as the president, it's because they want the country to go back to change again to a patriotic country. They want to change it again.
Seems like
These
we're
guys
going
play
somewhere.
games.
Yo, Pops, thanks for having me, bro. I'm gonna go take care of some shit, bro.
Go
Y'all
ahead.
have a good night. You already know.
Now, if a Democrat wins the next election, that's because they want to bring us deeper down into the hell.
Yep.
So, depending on where the elites, we must understand one thing: we, the people, do not get anything unless the elites want us to have it. That's how powerful they are.
What does that guy say, Uncle Guns? He said, "Who is the author of Satanic Bible you are referencing as your source?" Please.
I don't know. I just Googled it.
But he
It
said,
don't matter. Go ask Google. How do I know?
Go ask Google.
I Googled it. I didn't do anything else. Go ask Google.
But I see his point. He wants to know.
Why does he want to know? Let him go Google it and find out. I got to Google it again now?
Go Google yourself.
Yeah. Does the word...
But basically, what?
MAGA mean in... See, here, let's Google it again. I got to do all this extra work for you, Gunny. We'll find out who the reference is. All right. Oh, that was on. Hold on. Let me go to. For some reason, I think I used Bing. It was gave me a better one than Google. That's crazy. Let's see. I'll go back to my history and I'll pull it right up. Hold on. All right, here we go. So Microsoft Bing. All right. And let's see, www.jerrydavis.com, MAGA, the title or position. That's who wrote that article. Let's see who this is. That's jerrydavis.com, but let's go to other people, see what the word means. Be ready. I mean, I don't know.
No, he said
Church of Satan.
He said the satanic, it comes from a satanic Bible, right?
That's what they're saying. All these people saying it comes from the Church of Satan. Yeah.
Oh,
churchofsatan.com. I mean, do I need... The churchofsatan.com is the one who says it too.
Oh, I see. Okay. I thought it came from like a Bible, but you said it came...
Well, the Church of Satan is the Church of Satan. Like, that's the head guy.
Do they have like a Bible or something? Do they have a Bible?
Well, it's not... I don't know if it's in their Bible. I said that's the meaning. MAGA means the highest ranking. I didn't say it comes from the... That's what they're saying in here, though. Look, let's see what it says exactly. The title or position of the highest ranking preach in our Church of Satan. It doesn't say that it's in the Bible. It says that's the rank. So the highest priest rank is called MAGA.
Right. I see.
Like, here's an example. They showed you a picture of it. Hold on. I'll show you. There's actually an image of the ranks. Like, they show you. Here. I'm going to show it to you now. Hold on. So it's not in the Bible. It's just that these are their, like, you know, when you have a captain and a lieutenant in the army, that's the ranking system.
I got you.
Here it is. Registered member, no degree. Active member, Satanist first degree. Okay. A witch or a warlock is a second degree. A priest or priestess is a third degree. A magistrate or a magister is fourth degree. A MAGA or a magus is fifth degree. I guess MAGA is man and woman's magus or something. So MAGA or magus means fifth degree.
But he also said, though, Pop, he said, you say Google is Satanist and they're in on it. But you use Google as a reference. Help me with that.
What am I using Google? They're in on what? In on doing what? Telling you that the word MAGA means Satan?
No, he said they in on the things that you say, the people who do satanic things or worship Satan. He said why would you use Google as
Why would I use Google? Because Google gave it up. I mean, what do you want me to tell you? I don't know. Who am I going to use?
So you use Google for things that it's doing as far as looking up things that it's saying?
I look up on different websites, but then I see who wrote it, right? So if I go on Google and it shows me something, but Google didn't write it, then whoever wrote it is the one, right?
Okay.
I don't got it, but I can look up an Explorer, a Google, but that don't matter. Google, all it does is search for the article. Then when I click on it, Google didn't write the article.
Right, but I understand that. But he's saying, you saying Google is satanic. So why?
They are a satanic company.
So why do you use them?
Because you got to use somebody. That's the only companies that are out there. Google, Microsoft. You could use DuckDuckGo. I use that.
So all of them satanic, are you saying?
I don't know if they're all satanic. I don't even know how satanic Google is, but I know they're satanic. I don't know if they're all satanic.
Wait a minute. You said you don't know Google is satanic, but it is satanic?
I says I don't know how much they are satanic. Like, I don't know how deep the company is.
Oh.
I don't think everybody that works in Google is a Satan worshiper, if that's what you're asking me.
Oh, okay.
I would say the owners are definitely satanic. Them two founders.
Oh, okay.
And even if they're not satanic, they made a deal. You know? They make deals with the devil. But who cares about Satan anyway? All I know is the word MAGA means fifth degree.
Mm-hmm.
And Donald Trump is MAGA. Right or wrong?
Well, so since he used MAGA,
he's fifth degree. I think he's a fifth degree Satan worshiper. Yep.
So what
I think Donald Trump is the highest level that you could be as in the satanic church.
So where the level is Biden then?
I don't know what Biden is. Biden could be a priest. He could be a third degree.
So
I think Trump outranks him.
Right. So that means Biden would be the lesser evil.
No, because Trump's making him do things that he wants him to do to make himself more evil than Trump. Like, listen, what is the less evil? Let me explain this to you. We're not even saying Biden. What's the less evil? Biden, who just destroys the country, or Trump, who becomes the president again and brings us into World War III and destroys the world?
So
what's more evil? What's more evil? Eviler than a guy that you trust and you like, and he betrays you.
Well, I mean, I think that belongs.
Trump would be the more evil one, wouldn't he?
Okay, right. But you said
I'm gonna pick my poison.
You said that you.
I'm still gonna pick Trump.
But he's the.
I know he's the eviler one, but I just can't live under Biden. I rather go to war and blow this shit up than deal with the bullshit that we're dealing with now. With the bullshit, like. Let's put it this way. I think under Biden, we're going to be slaves, and under Trump, we're all going to die.
Oh, so that's why. So you will vote for the greatest evil because he would just.
I'll vote for the end all. Get it over with.
That's the greatest evil because he.
Just let's get it over with and let the Almighty reset this bitch.
I got you now. I got you.
You know?
That's it.
But I'm realizing more and more about Trump. You got to understand, this is growing like it's. I kept fighting myself to believe Trump was a good guy. You know, thinking he was like this white knight, you know, he was like, you know what I used to try to believe? I thought Trump was like, he was evil, but then he turned on them. You understand what I'm saying? Like he realized, holy shit, you know, I can't do this. I believe in the Almighty God and I can't go through with it. And he went against the satanic church. You understand?
Yeah.
No, but I don't think that's true. I actually think he may be the Antichrist.
No question.
You may be voting for Satan himself. He has a sharp tongue, man.
I'm asking that question, CD. I don't think you have to sell your soul. I don't believe that. But yeah.
No, I would say, but most of them have. I think the easy way to make it in Hollywood is to sell your soul.
Yeah.
I think there are people that sneak through the cracks that make it and they didn't sell their soul. Like, I don't believe Mel Gibson sold his soul. He always talks about, you know, all the shit they're doing in Hollywood and how bad it is. And he's religious. But I think the majority of the new actors, especially, have sold their soul. I think now you can't really get into Hollywood unless you make the deal. Just like in the music industry. The Beatles, you ever see their Beatles cover on one of their records? They got the guy that started the Satanism in America. I forgot his name. Crowley.
Oh yeah, I heard of Crowley, but
he's on one of the picture jackets. You know, when you made records back in the day, they used to have like a jacket.
Yeah.
He's Alex Crowley's pictures right on there.
Oh, I didn't know that. I ain't never seen that.
Yeah, the Beatles made the deal.
Oh, I didn't see that. I didn't know that.
A lot of these famous bands they made a comedy about a movie. So there's this band that's a comedy. I think it's on Netflix. I'm not sure. And this band, they're good, but they're not great. But every time they try to like, move up, they move up a little bit, then they get knocked down, right? So then one day they're in the diner eating, and a guy shows up, and he starts telling him he's a music producer and all this. And he tells him he can make them famous and all this shit. Then, like, before he's gonna leave, he kind of lets him know who he is. He's the devil. And they have to make the deal. And he tells him, if you make the deal, I'm going to make you guys famous and all this shit. And they decide to make the deal with the devil, and they become famous. But it's like a comedy, it's funny. Listen, they said Babe Ruth made a deal with the devil.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, they had a Broadway play of Babe Ruth made a deal with the devil. Here, I'll even show you the name. I think it's called Yankee something. Let me see. Babe Ruth play that he made a deal with the devil. Because I can't understand Babe Ruth. Fat bastard eating hot dogs in a dugout being that good, Didn't make sense to me, Babe Ruth. Never did. Babe Ruth's play that made a deal with the devil. All right, image of Babe. I knew him at one home. They actually made a Broadway play about it. I forgot the name. I'm trying to find the name of it.
I think they still got his house here in Baltimore because he had a house. I think they might have tore it down or they moved it or something. But
they did make a play. Did Babe Ruth make a play about him making? It's hard to find the information sometimes. They used to laugh about it all the time too.
Oh yeah.
Like people used to go, yeah, Babe Ruth. That was which is like people would say, yeah, you're gonna make like an expression. You're gonna make a deal with the devil, like Babe Ruth. Like, let me see if it didn't.
You think someone asked a question? You think Bill Gates is satanic?
Do I think he is? Definitely. I definitely think he is. No, I don't think you could kill millions of people and not have some kind of demons in you. Yeah, I can't find it, but there's something there. I'll find it one day. I'll tell you. It was a Broadway play they made.
Oh, yeah?
Yep. And he was making a deal with the devil. Yeah. But it was just for entertainment purposes, but they did.
Right.
What is Uncle Gunny saying? Can't sell what you don't have. Can't tap into the soul or inner spirit using English language. Long story. That's what Uncle Gunny says.
Okay. He said you don't have a soul?
I don't know what he means. You try to break that down. Question. Oh, here's a question for you.
Yeah.
Do you think you have to sell your soul to make it a Hollywood? I think we went over that already. Okay. Yeah. Crowley is the king of the grifters. Makes Levy look like a Boy Scout. Yes, I agree. Crowley's supposedly the one that opened up a portal.
Does he mean sell? Does he mean can't sell what you don't own, or sell what you don't have?
Who's that?
Uncle Guns, when he says soul, can't sell what you don't have or sell what you don't own. Can't tap into soul.
I don't. So he's saying you can't use the English language, I guess, to like summon demons or something. Is that what he's saying? I don't know.
In the spirit, using the English language.
You got to use Latin, I think.
Who put Latin as in charge? Because
No, I think back in the day they were using Latin when they were summoning demons.
yeah, that's because Rome was the head empire.
There you go.
Yep.
It's crazy. A corpse without a soul. What do you mean, Locke? Oh, Crowley was based. He's a corpse without a soul. Oh, it depends. He's saying you can't sell what you don't have or own. Depends what you mean by soul.
Oh,
so
okay.
what Guns is saying, you don't own your soul. The Almighty God owns your soul, but I think you can sell your soul. But you can sell your loyalty anyway, right? To the devil.
Well, you can
loyalty.
Right. Which is basically what it says.
Worshiping him is like selling your soul because the Almighty God is going to condemn you.
Right. Exactly. That means you're using the gift.
Who do you think is the most demon-looking human? Let's go over that with the panel. I know who I think is. Who do you think is the most demon-looking human, Von Erich?
Oh, good.
Pelosi.
Oh, wow.
All right, so we got one for Pelosi. I personally think Pelosi looks like a witch.
Yeah, she's up there.
She's up there. How about you, Von Erich?
I don't know. I don't know what demons look like.
Prince Charles.
No. But I guess if I don't know. I can't. I don't have nobody.
The Pope.
I definitely know in my mind this person is a demon just by looking at their neck. Their neck is spooky shit. The way they laugh, it's a demon. The eyes, it just goes through my skin. Pelosi gets through my skin, but not like this person. What's her name? Kamala. But if I had to pick a demon, Obama is a demon.
Oh wow.
Obama is and Bush Jr. But I'm gonna say Obama. That's what a demon looks like.
Yeah, kind of looks like that. The Egyptian figure.
When I see Obama, like, all right, I'll look at Kamala Harris. I hate her too, but she's just like a witch. When I see Pelosi, she's a witch. But when I see Obama, I want to do violence.
Wow.
Like if I had him in a room, I can't even tell you what I would do. Maybe I'll just leave it at that.
That's borderline racism.
Right.
I can't stand Obama. He is basically the biggest traitor I think we've ever had to mankind.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. China bought him out.
MacGyver, I could care less if he's black.
Oh, I know. I'm saying China sold him out.
You know the guy that does the Allstate commercials?
Yep.
With the deep voice?
Yeah, I know the guy.
We should have made him president over Obama. That guy would have did a better job.
Oh, wow.
I think he's in the movie 24 too, right? Ain't he the president?
Yeah.
I like that guy.
Well, they say the devil talks with the forked tongue, and Obama does that.
No, Trump talks with the forked tongue too.
Yeah.
I'm wondering, is Obama the Antichrist or Trump? It's very tight, man. I don't know which one.
There's probably somebody above them. Maybe
I think it's
somebody
one
in the
of,
Vatican.
I think it's one or the other. I think it's Trump though.
Maybe somebody in the Vatican, the Pope or something.
Because I could see Trump coming back to the United States. Listen to this. And bringing back the United States to basically the way it used to be, which is a lot better than we're going through now, right?
Right.
And then
who's the only president?
And then sending our military throughout the world to like liberate other countries and becoming the hero of the world, and then becoming like in control of the United Nations. Like I could just see it all happening.
Didn't we have a president didn't kneel for the Pope?
They did.
I know Trump. I don't think Trump kneeled for the Pope.
You said they did or didn't?
Didn't.
Oh,
I don't think Trump didn't kneel. I don't think. I know Trump. The one thing that scares me about Trump too is he's from the Scottish Order. Yeah. That's where the Antichrist I think is supposed to come from.
Scottish Reich. Yeah.
Yeah. Trump's spooky, man. Because even in the book, like, people say, well, there's more than one anyway. Well, let's just go with it anyway. Like, let's make believe we're making a Hollywood movie. They say that the Antichrist is going to be loved by millions and millions of people. And millions of people love Trump.
They also love the
they'll
Pope.
go through a brick wall.
They also love the Pope.
Not as many people love the Pope as Trump. I can
I
tell
don't
you
think
that.
so. We're just living in the United States. What about the rest of the world? They give two shits about Trump.
I'm telling you, Trump is way more loved than the Pope. Muslims love Trump. Buddhist people love Trump. Only people that love the Pope is Catholics, and I don't even think most of the Catholics love the Pope.
Oh, no, that's a big organization. That bad boy is huge.
So Lop says Dennis Haysbert, he was a great president in 24. David Palm is his name.
Putin didn't kneel either.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Trump and Putin are buddies.
Trump will be the figure to come back from the dead or August in Revelation. Yeah. You know, that tomb where George Washington was supposed to be buried, supposedly.
I thought he said David Rockefeller. David Rockefeller died at 101. I thought it was his father that died, or his father died. The father died at 100.
Oh, it says Vladimir Putin didn't kneel either to the Pope.
I didn't know
the Pope kneeled to Putin. It says the Pope kneeled to Putin. That's spooky shit. If the Pope kneeled to Putin, then what is Putin the Antichrist? I don't think the Pope kneeled to Donald Trump, but he kneeled to Putin? Wow.
Something don't seem right. Something's rotten in Denmark.
Yeah, it's crazy. Oh boy. Do you know what time it is?
Dinner.
Time to make the donuts.
Yeah.
Remember that commercial?
You got it.
Remember that, Von Eric?
Time to make the donuts.
Yeah.
And I remember when I was a kid, too, I used to hear, it's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?
Yeah. Or at Tuesday or Wednesdays, it's Prince Spaghetti House at our house. Remember Prince Spaghetti Day?
And when you look at all the shit we watched when we were kids, if you start analyzing a lot of that shit, we were being brainwashed then too.
Yep, and didn't realize it.
Yeah.
But we weren't in the house all day watching TV and being on the computer. We were outside playing, man.
Yeah.
I probably didn't even watch TV most of the time
Until
because I
at
was
nighttime.
out playing.
At nighttime when I came in.
Yeah, and that usually was only like for an hour.
Saturday morning. Saturday morning.
Yeah, your parents sent you to bed.
Yep.
Yeah, I used to love waking up in the morning on Saturday and watching all the cartoons.
Yep. Yeah. But after it was over, we're out playing. We knew the whole town by the back of our hand. We knew every nook and cranny of our own town.
Lop said many people said Putin is the Antichrist one. But I don't know. Supposedly, a lot of people don't like Putin too. See, everybody throughout the whole world, everybody likes Trump almost.
I'm saying if you were to take a vote between the Pope and Trump, I think the Pope would come out ahead. Tell you the truth.
I don't.
I mean,
say it again. Say it again. What you say?
If for the most popular one between
not popular,
Trump,
the most loved,
it would be the Pope compared to Trump.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying that's what I would think.
Most people don't even know the Pope's name.
Right.
Everybody knows Donald Trump.
It's the Pope. That's his name. The Pope.
The
Pope. There's been millions of popes. What is his name? No, there's Pope Francis. There's Pope Paul. What Pope is he?
Potus.
Right.
But you don't even know what Pope
John
is.
Pope Paul III.
I guess it doesn't. It actually doesn't matter because they all do the same functions. When you get to that status, you do the same functions. You might add stuff, but most of the time you're going to do the same functions that a pope that is set for a pope. Right.
The original pope was like a general. He was a warlord.
Yeah. You're not putting a righteous person in there.
Oh.
Righteous my ass.
Yeah, especially ones
Damn, no one even knows music anymore. What are you talking about? Only
they take
the
the soul out of music.
What do you think? I went to see Billy Joel. What do you think? I didn't know that song, Lop. Are you kidding me? Really?
I used to like Billy Joel.
Yeah. I actually seen him live in the Meadowlands when it was him and Elton John. They playing both of them.
I didn't know what's his name. What what's his name? He used to play. He's a drummer. Plays drums.
From Foo Fighters?
No, he's back
Neil
in.
Peart, Rush.
No, he was back in with.
Yeah, Rush had a good drummer.
He was back with he started out in another group as a drummer. Then he went on to start singing.
Foo Fighters.
He went on to start singing.
Foo Fighters. Dave Grohl.
No, this guy was back in with the people we just named.
Well, like Kiss.
John.
I mean, the group Kiss. They had a drummer. He was famous. I forgot his name.
No,
Peter Criss.
Yeah.
no, this guy when he played for the other group, he was a singer, but he was a backup. Oh my goodness. They say he got cancer now because I seen a picture of him. I was like, oh man, I didn't know.
Well,
that.
shit. If you want to do something really weird, look at David Bowie. Look at
you,
his
Marcus?
last album.
Yes, sir. How y'all doing?
Good,
Pretty
good.
good. Look at Dave Bowie's that last
Be right
album.
back. Go ahead. You guys keep
Black
going.
Star.
Okay.
Who?
What's the Theater of Allman? Huh? He
Say it
says
again?
about the Theater of Allman. David Bowie's last song, Black Star. In
Oh,
the Theater of Allman,
There
there's
it
a single, flame, whatever. Yeah, but what's the Theater of Allman? What's that?
Oh, I don't know.
That's a satanic ritual.
Oh, hey, MacGyver. The guy
Yeah.
I'm talking about, he wrote a song. It starts off like slow and then it goes, but he wrote a song about years ago, a little boy died in the water, drowned or something.
Right. Well, we can pick his songs apart. What about the song "Let's Dance"? Put on your red shoes and dance the blues. What's the thing about this red shoe crap? It seems like he's saying people like the red shoe.
Oh, oh,
Yeah.
snap. I don't know.
Yeah, but yeah, they sing a lot about red shoes, or people are up in the stage. You see red shoes. Dorothy had red shoes.
Oh, who sung that song "Living in the Air Tonight"?
Phil Collins.
That's what I'm talking about. Phil Collins.
Yeah.
They said he got cancer.
Yeah. Yes, and he was a drummer, then he was a singer. Yes,
Yeah.
he was. He's a talented guy.
Yeah, real talented. Man.
Yeah, he made Genesis.
Yeah, that was the group Genesis, yeah.
Peter Gabriel fucked it up.
Right. Yeah, he was the lead singer, right? I think.
Yeah. Until he came up with his own music, right. Sledgehammer.
Right. Right. Yeah. Phil Collins, and plus he was a good writer too. Phil Collins, he wrote for a lot of people.
Yeah, but that's what they allow you to believe. But I'm sure they sold out, and they have think tanks that write their lyrics out for their music.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, that song "In the Air Tonight." I mean, that's got kind of it's a mellow beat to it. It makes you stop and listen.
Mm-hmm. But he said that song was about someone that died in his childhood.
Right.
It was something molesting.
Maybe it was him that died in his childhood.
Yeah.
Sold out. Because it seems like all these people that seem to make it, it's their words change. The music kind of changes. They get all commercialized when they start make it to the top. It's like Dave Grohl, for instance, when Nirvana, when they started becoming popular, it's after Nirvana, Kurt Cobain died. Dave got his old band all of a sudden, and he's rocking. All of a sudden, his drummer dies. I have a feeling that Dave Grohl is going to be really popular this summer.
Oh, wow. His drummer died?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. He died of, what was it? He committed suicide or something?
What? But was you there? Was you there?
No.
I got the documents.
You got the affidavit, the discovery.
Yes, I got the documents. But yeah, Hawk. What was his name? Something Hawk.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Well, what else have you guys talked about in this stream today?
A lot of things.
Talked about space.
Right. The devil.
Yeah.
Got into the
Shocker.
The food shortage on our doorsteps.
Right. Yeah.
Let me guess. Did Tom bring that up?
Yeah.
It's usually him who brings it up.
Diesel. Something about diesel.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, What else we talked about?
Yeah.
Well, what state, MacGyver? What state are you in?
State of shock or confusion. Pick one.
Yeah.
I'm in Illinois. I live by
Oh,
Chicago.
you're okay. Oh, you're a Chi-Town cat. All right. And Eric, you're from Vaughn. You're from Maryland. I remember that.
Yeah.
Right.
And you?
Me, California.
With heart.
Southern California, like close to the border, more towards like the Riverside area.
San Diego?
No. Past that Riverside area. So more
you're
like
further down. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
My wife's brother lives in Marietta, Tempe area.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That place is nice. The weather's better there.
Yeah. Everybody's house looks the same on his block. You can get lost so easy, or get drunk and walk in the wrong house.
Oh wow.
Yeah. We have a couple streets like that down here too, where I'm from.
Yeah. They got the terracotta roofs. 2 floors, 3-car garage. Yeah.
Wow. So you live close to the border of Mexico? Is it Mexico?
Yeah. So like Baja California, like which is part of Mexico, actually, is technically probably about a little over an hour away from the border, like give or take an hour, at most an hour and a half. But that's only there's like traffic. But I can get there within an hour or so.
Oh, okay.
So why aren't you sneaking across the border and coming back over and getting all these benefits?
Yeah, well, that's kind of what I do. That's kind of part of my job. So go back and forth from time to time. So yeah, I got family down there too. So I got family in parts of Mexico as well.
Right.
But like as far as like the cost of living, like let's say a guy that lives here that makes $40K. If you were to make 40,000 here and like live over there close to the border, you're fine because you can live like a king over there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like you don't really need to make much as far as if you were to commute, but the issue is commuting, from time to time.
Now, do people do that though? Do they make money on one side and then build their house on the other?
Yeah, they do. What they do is they get like a license or a permit. Sometimes they get like the decal. They like file like a paperwork, and they say, hey, because if you keep going back and forth, the border like customs will kind of raise a red flag, like this person keeps going back and forth. So when you show your credentials and say, hey, I work and commute, past the border, and like I got my paperwork, my documents saying that's legitimate, then they'll just let you pass on through, and
okay.
Pretty chill, simple.
Oh, that's what's up. That's all right right there.
Yeah. Plus, a lot of guys go over there to get laid too and party.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's a party.
Yeah.
Oh, man. And what is it called? Baja?
Yeah, Baja, California. Yeah.
So you're in Baja. You're in Mexico then?
Right. No. Right now, I'm on the other side. So I'm on Uncle Sam's side right now.
All right.
That's why I'm able to talk to you guys with good service.
Right. So you're in Selexo?
No, not Calexico. More like Coachella area.
Okay.
Yeah, so where Coachella Fest happens, that area, that big old festival. It's basically like the modern Woodstock when that concert's like.
Coachella. Yeah, you're by Slab City.
Oh yeah, not that far from Slab City. I'm surprised. Like some people choose to ignore that place because it's like a desolate wasteland. But
yeah, it's a no man's land.
All right, I'm back.
Yep.
It's for nomads.
Oh man, you can get away with so much crime over there. It's ridiculous.
Yep.
Slab City.
But the townies will get on you for they stick together.
They will, but only if
they'll boot
only
your
if
ass
you're
out.
Yeah.
Or burn you out.
Yep. Yeah. Bad.
Yep. So even they have government there. They're
What does
self-governed.
the panel think of YouTube?
YouTube, a good brainwashing tool for weak
They were
minds.
good, but Bono's definitely involved with the satanic cult. He makes all the symbols.
Well, if you look at Obama, just to say that, do you see that head torso of the Egyptian priest? Didn't Obama look like him somewhat?
Yep.
There's a bust of it. So
Egyptians Bono
worship
is
the devil.
Bono's actually on a board of the council.
The Egyptians were Satan worshippers.
And Bono's deep.
Which Egyptians though? Not all Egyptians. Which Egyptians?
No,
Yeah,
not all
Von Barr wants to
Egyptians.
know what the proof is. Bring the receipt. Give me the picture.
Yeah,
Due process. Due
Were
process.
you there? Were you there?
That's right. You can't.
Did you get a recording? Did that falcon deliver a message like you hypnotized to the
We're
field?
gonna show you can't fool Von Erich.
I got these seashells. You can listen to it in these seashells. Yeah, I found them in the.
He
yeah,
said,
the
"Did that
seashell
falcon?
scrolls.
Did that hawk that delivered a message have a GoPro and it showed it when it delivered the message?"
Yeah, Von Erich, here's a question for you.
What do you think would happen if the moon somehow crashed into the Earth?
Blow this shit up. That's what would happen.
Yeah, like Armageddon.
Yeah, I don't know because I don't know the scientific.
Well,
They say the moon is going away from the Earth.
If the moon hit the Earth, right, it would be definitely endgame. I mean, like if asteroids hit the Earth, they're talking about, endgame, right? Asteroid, like end of world scenario. The moon is way bigger than any asteroid.
Yeah, but not the big wigs. They're living inside this big rock that they chiseled out in fucking Denver.
What, the mountains there?
They chiseled out into the mountain. Yeah, it's one big solid mass of rock that they chiseled into.
I kept thinking the moon was made of cheese when I was a kid.
I thought it was blue cheese or something.
Oh, blue waffle. That's good.
Well, we ain't ever gonna know what anything is unless they want us to know. So
Right. Unless I was a billionaire.
until a regular guy can get into a spaceship and go up into orbit and really take a look at all this shit, then we'll know.
Then we'll know because even it's a lot of things the president don't even know.
Yep. Yeah. The president's not even allowed in the Federal Reserve. Did you know that?
Oh, I didn't know that.
He can't go in there.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine that. And that, Google that if you want or whatever. Go to DuckDuckGo. I don't care where you go because now I don't want people to think.
Federal Reserve, though, when you say he can't go, can he go in with, because they do trips in there. So
he can't go in there unless they invite him in there.
What part though? Are you talking about the part that they use to print
the building, the whole building?
But they give trips in there though.
Yeah, that's maybe a part that they're all allowed, and I'm talking about whatever restricted parts.
Oh, okay, I got it. Okay,
who's allowed to go in the Federal Reserve? Let's look at this shit up. Is allowed in the federal because it's a private company. It's not we don't own it. Who is allowed in the Federal Reserve?
Right. Yeah, I know it's a private company.
Federal Reserve Water.
It's a separate entity from the executive branch.
Yeah, it's privately owned.
Yes and no. The Federal Reserve enjoys a unique public/private structure that operates within government, but it's still relatively independent, owned by the Rothschilds.
Yeah.
There's a whole movie, a whole thing about that, though. The president's not even allowed in there. I guess certain parts of it, I guess the part you could go look at for tourists.
Right.
All right, Pops, I'm going to take off.
Yeah, don't worry.
You take care, bud.
Thanks for coming on.
Hey, no problem.
Peace
Bye.
out.
Yeah, but that's another wild thing with the Federal Reserve, man. They just really picked a great name for it too.
Yeah, I think what is it? The Federal Reserve, the CIA is separate. It's a couple of them that's separate too.
Yeah, but you really think about it. If you wanted to fool somebody to make them believe that the Federal Reserve is owned by the government, you name it the Federal Reserve, right? I mean, it sounds great.
Yeah, that's true.
But a lot of people don't even know that the Federal Reserve is privately owned.
Right, yeah, separate. Yeah.
To this day, a lot of people don't know that.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that when I was a kid. I always thought it was that's the bank
Who
of the
are
government.
they privately owned by, Pops?
Huh?
Who are they privately owned by?
Well, I'm pretty sure the Rothschilds own it.
No, I think when they formed it.
But there's more than just the Rothschilds. There's a couple of them. There's a couple of people. It's a corporation.
Right. When they formed it in 1914, it was the Rothschild. It was J.P. Morgan.
Yep.
It was Wahlberg.
A group. Yep.
Yeah. So
that's insane that these rich bastards actually own that bank.
But then you can be part of the Federal Reserve because you can buy debt. So if you buy and you can sit on the board because they got a bunch of
like I think China bought up a lot of our debt.
yeah. Then you got the Rockefeller, not the Rockefeller. You got what's it, Goldman Sachs? One of them. They sit.
Yeah.
You have the BlackRock.
Yeah.
You got Carlyle. You got a lot of those Bridgewater. You got a lot of those hedge fund companies and banks that sits on that board on the Federal Reserve. So.
Some crazy shit, isn't it?
Yeah.
I was watching the news today. There was a child or a teenager that was stuck at sea for 49 days until he got rescued, like in the mid-sea. I was watching.
How do you live for 49 days? Well, I guess he had water.
Well, water and probably you could catch some fish. Maybe, I don't know.
I mean, you could live. You could live a certain amount of time without food, but he probably had to have food and water.
Yeah, he probably had water. Yeah, he probably has.
Even food, you can't live. I don't think 40-something days without food.
I think without food.
Yeah, I think you could only live like maybe 30 days.
Yeah,
Let's see how long you can live without food. Let's see.
There's many people that went without food.
Yeah, but the average person, I don't think could really. Let's see, how long can you live without? It depends on your body weight too. Because if you're a little heavy, I guess you can live a little longer. Like me, I got an extra like 30, 40 pounds, so I could live another week or two. How long can you live without food? All right, so it's even less than I thought. Okay. Food and water consumption is essential in human life. The human body needs energy from food sources and hydration from water to function properly. The many systems in your body work optimally with a varied diet and adequate water intake daily. So let's see. An article archive for states the body can survive for 8 to 21 days without food and water and up to 2 months if there's an access to adequate water intake.
Right.
So I guess if you have adequate water, you can live up to 2 months without food.
Without food, yeah. You got water.
But if you don't have water, you can't live longer than 21 days without food, because you do get hydrated from food too. Like if you eat an orange, there's water in it. You eat a piece of broccoli, there's still water in it.
Right.
Modern day hunger strikes have provided insight into starvation. Now, I would imagine, I don't know if a kid can live longer or less without food, but one study in the British Medical Journal cited several hunger strikes that ended after 21 to 40 days. These hunger strikes ended because of severe life-threatening symptoms the participants were experiencing. So you may be able to live without food for 21 to a month or a month and a half, but that don't mean you're going to live. Like, now your body is damaged. You may just end up dying down the road anyway.
But it also depends on your body.
It says, concludes that those who are normal weight will lose higher percentage of their body weight and muscle tissue faster than those who are obese or starving during the first 3 days. So you might as well have a little extra weight on you right now, so you get an extra 3-day jump.
Yeah, that sounds good.
All Americans are going to look skinny soon. Don't worry about it. The obese days are going to be over for Americans very soon.
Because that's why people do keto diets, because the keto, when you do keto diets or when you fast, it eats up the germs and things in your body. It was like if you had cancer, they said to fast, because what's in your body start when you don't put food in it, it start eating those things inside your body.
And it's saying that if you have at least a half a teaspoon of salt, it's saying that a hunger strike, as long as you got 1.5 liters of water, and you could also put a half a teaspoon of salt every day to help with kidney function, you could live a lot longer than without food.
What this CD said, did you see the video of a guy jumping off a cliff with his wife, filming it from a boat, and he hit the rocks? No, I didn't see that at all.
No,
I didn't see that. So they have that on. What do they have that at? Good
Right
night.
now, they keep talking about what happened in Buffalo. That mass shooter. They went in the store.
Oh yeah, that was wild.
Well, with the 10 people in Buffalo.
Yeah, the guy that live streamed it while he was doing it.
Yeah.
Yep, that's some crazy shit.
Yeah, that was nuts.
Well, I blame some of it on the government because they're pushing all these crazy things on people, making people. They're actually making people hate each other now. They're trying to separate everybody.
They've been doing that for since.
I know, but now they're really like they're doing it on steroids now.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's always been bad. They don't want. Look, we can believe whatever we want. There's always going to be racism. There's always going to be, and I'm not only talking about racism with color of skin. There's going to be people that don't like gay people, people that don't like transgender people. Mm-hmm. They're always going to have that. But now they're making it even worse because they're emphasizing it. They're coming out with all these things, telling people all this shit. So between all the lies and propaganda and everything else, they're making it worse. I think racism now I think it's worse than when I was a kid. And it's getting there anyway.
But you know, in New York, Pop, it wasn't as severe like it is now.
No, it still ain't severe in New York. New York it's so mixed and intertwined that I grew up in a neighborhood. There was everything in there: Indian, black, Spanish. It didn't matter, and there was a middle class neighborhood. It wasn't like I lived in the ghetto. I mean, you know, it don't really matter. And my high school, you know, was all intermixed. You know, so it don't really matter. I mean, in the big cities, it's the other areas of the country that there's still a lot more racism.
Right. Yeah.
You go down south, man, you'll know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And Vaughn would be like, "But was you there?"
I was.
Yeah, where did you get that information from? You got any proof of that? Any pictures? You got proof that they
those pictures, but Pops, those pictures will be photoshopped, so we can't be there.
Yeah. Then there was a thing in, I think, Taiwan that a guy killed 5 people in Taiwan over religion or something.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Seems though they got an agenda. I don't know what it is exactly, but it seems like they're pushing certain things.
Now, they said, did you know that they said the Buddhist chaplains or the Buddhist religion is growing in the country because they got them in I think in colleges, they starting to put them in prison.
Yeah, they're pushing their Chinese agenda in America. You know, with all the Buddhism and all that stuff. Jeff Bezos makes $120 million mystery donation. So who was the lucky recipient? It's got to be something good because it's on Microsoft News. The Bezos Earth Fund. I don't know. Climate change.
Hey, that's Bob. What's happening with Ukraine and Russia?
That's all. I don't know. They just want that thing to last forever. The smoking gun is the climate change. That's how they're going to start locking down the whole world with real severe tactics. Like, all right, we're going to lock you all down and we're shutting the power off for 6 hours a day. You're not allowed to drive your car anymore. You got to ride a bicycle. I mean, that's what they're going to really start to control people with climate change because the plague ain't working out too great for them. You know, there's only so much control they could get with that. With the climate change, shit, they could just do anything they want and just make. Nobody's gonna be able to prove it. They could tell us right now the Earth is everything's melting, the glaciers are falling off, and we're not gonna have proof. You know, with the plague, there was proof. There were people out there going, "I'm not sick. I didn't die. I caught it." What are you talking about? With the climate change, it's just all theory. They could just lock the whole world down on a theory and say, yeah, this is happening. We got to lock the world down. The ozone layer has disappeared, but we keep dropping chemtrails up there. You know, we're trying to save you. So I think the smoking gun is climate change. But The real smoking gun too is they want to pass the law that the United Nations could overrule our Constitution under medical tyranny. They could just say, if we sign up for that, I think the vote is in 3 weeks. I don't think we're going to vote for it, but you never know with our government. Basically, it hands over the power to the UN, where they could just say, lock down New York City.
Oh, you said that the international community can override.
Yeah, the World Health Organization is going to be able to override our government, basically.
Right.
And be able to tell our government what to do, which overrides our Constitution.
Right.
That I think it's coming in about 3 weeks or so. They're going to be voting on it, maybe 2 weeks.
Oh, wow.
If that happens, game over. That means we don't have a Constitution anymore. The World Health Organization could just come in here with a peacekeeper force, because they're not going to use our own soldiers, right? So they're going to come in here with a peacekeeper force and lock everybody down. And, like, let's say they do it to a couple of cities, not the whole country, because I don't think they got a big enough peacekeeper force for that. But I could see them coming down and locking down a couple of cities with military, and it's not our military.
I could see them doing that, because then that'd benefit the business community, because then they wouldn't be at these corporations like JP Morgan and JP Morgan, Northern and Grumman and all those big international business. They don't have to answer to our federal government no more. They'll be a part of the international.
Right. And
so that means they do business anywhere. Like any country that wants something, okay, no problem. Because right now we could tell Northern and Grumman, or by law, if we really want to, say, hey, you can't sell all that stuff to those other countries because you are an American company.
But they're going to be coming in here with a foreign military, which is against our Constitution. Nobody, no international military could come here and domestically come on our land, but they're gonna. And that's going to be, when that happens, man, it's gonna get chaos. I believe anyway. The globalists, they're basically causing all this trouble. They want to produce a revolution because they want to ruin our country. See, if you incite people to do all the shit that's going on right now, all these different areas they're hitting us with, we're not getting hit with just one specific problem. We're getting hit with multiple problems, which is great for the globalists, because I believe they want to produce a revolution. They want to push the people to the brink where they got to revolt. I mean, there's got to come a point where we draw a line in the sand. So far, we have still not have drawn the line. They forced people to get things they didn't want to because they would lose their jobs. They're telling Americans that your babies aren't important. They basically shut down the baby formula plants. I mean, why would we have a shortage on baby formula? Because they shut the plants down. Yeah. So, and now even if we have baby formula, there are going to be mothers hoarding it. So whoever has the bigger pocketbook wins, right? Whoever has more money, once that food, that formula comes in, you're going to see mothers going to the stores and just buying all of it. Like, they're probably going to limit it per parent, but these globalists want a revolution. I keep telling people they want a revolution. Now, what do they gain out of the revolution? Simple. They declare martial law and they get control, total control. They want to declare martial law against all of us, the whole country. And they're pushing and pushing and pushing until we, the people, rebel. We have I think the only way to get Americans to revolt, you could cut off, I swear, you could cut off their power. You could cut off their Netflix. You could cut off everything. I think the one thing you can't do is cut off the food. Because when people are starving, they'll do crazy things. And probably if they really want to start a revolution, though, just cut off the cell phones. Just cut off everybody's cell phone. You'll see this world going to a panic.
Cut off internet. Just imagine you cut off the internet, the towers.
Cut them off their cell phone totally. I can't even imagine young kids without a cell phone. they can't leave their house without it. It's like a part of their fucking body almost.
Yeah, if I see the same thing what Marcus said though, you cut the internet off. Oh my God.
Oh, we'll all be screwed.
Ugh.
Well, I'll just start watching TV. I mean, when I lived, there was no internet. I can literally live off of just watching movies, like DVDs and things.
I'll do you one better,
the
Pops.
internet.
Pops, I'll do you one better. People will start having to read books again.
Yeah. I'm not a book lover. I've read, I don't know how many books I've read in my lifetime. Not too many. I watch, though. I listen to audio books. I like audio books. The reason why I don't like to read too much because it hurts my eyes now. When I was younger, I read more. And when I read a book, though, I kind of I need the cliff notes, man. I can't read the whole book. I just want to know the good shit. Just give me all the important shit. I'll even like Evelyn Wood, the books. I'll read it, but I'll go through it until I find a part that I like. Then I'll stop and start reading that real slowly.
I'm the same way. I like just get to the subject because good.
What's funny? It's funny when those movies that come out that you don't want to go to the midnight premiere, but those movies that you're willing to wait to come out on DVD. I watch. I go to Wikipedia and just search for that movie, and it'll break down whatever happens from beginning to end in an essay type format.
Shit, I'm watching movies now. I'm fast forwarding those too. Like if there's a part I don't like a love scene, which is irrelevant to me, unless there's some hot girl getting naked. If she's not hot, I'll fast forward that movie until it gets to another part.
Wait a minute,
so I don't have to watch that shit.
She has to look like a water buffalo for you to fast forward?
No, she just got to be not super hot. If she ain't super hot, I'm not watching it. I'm just fast forwarding. If she don't got a nice big bubble ass, I don't need to watch it. I just fast forward. No, but I catch myself watching television series shows now. And there's certain, how there's always a certain part of the show. It's like a love scene or some bullshit. They're kissing in the room for 5 minutes and they're talking to each other. I love you. I love you. Fuck that. Next. I don't need to see that. I don't care. That is irrelevant.
Right. Yeah.
I don't need to see the guy kissing the girl's asshole. Because that's what most of the time you see now. The men are just kissing ass. Mm-hmm. He's like, I love you. And and she's like, yeah, bitch, go down on me right now. Yo, it's no bullshit.
Yeah.
I see women now telling dudes, give me some head right now. I'm like, what? They're telling them, go down on me right now. Like they're men.
Vaughn was like, but did that really happen? Crazy. Was you there? Was there a video?
Yeah, it was. It's in the movies. Go to Netflix. You'll see it plenty of times. You'll see men kissing women's assholes in Netflix. Literally.
I don't get down like that as far as kissing a girl's butt, but
no, literally betas. So I skip through the beta parts and I get to the real parts.
Yeah. Oh, I started that dog on Bork.
Yeah. And even if it ain't I just don't. There's just certain parts of a movie I'm sure you guys have seen that are irrelevant to the movie.
Oh, Monster! Hey, when Monster was happening, I fast forward to that boring shit. I wanted to get to the good shit when I was watching Monster.
That's different. What, with Angelina?
No. Monster with Charlize Theron was just playing that female serial killer.
About that movie Angelina Jolie made with I forgot. I think it was called Monster Ball or some shit.
Oh, with Halle Berry. With Halle Berry. Was that the one with Halle Berry?
Yeah. And I think what's his name there? Her ex-husband.
Billy Bob Thornton.
Billy Bob. Yo, that guy must be hanging down to his ankle because he's so ugly and he got all these hot women. I don't figure it out. He's got to be hung like a horse.
Or he just has status, power, and money as the
What would Angelina? No, well, what would Angelina Jolie be doing with him?
Maybe she wants some seasoned fruit.
But you ever heard her talk? She look good, but listen to her.
I know what he's talking about.
Her mentality. You can see why she went with Billy Bob. It had nothing to do with looks. It's just listen to the way she talks. And
I don't care how dumb a woman is. When you look at Billy Bob, you just see one ugly motherfucker.
She don't see that. Listen to her talk. You can see why she went with Billy Bob.
Because I'm telling you, he's hanging down to his kneecap.
No, I don't think so.
Could be though. I could be right. Listen, Billy Bob Thornton has gotten a lot of hot women, not only Angelina.
Yep.
Look at a list of his girlfriends.
He gets the young ones too. He gets the girls in their mid-20s or like late 20s.
I'm telling you, when he meets them,
but listen to the way they talk. Look at their personality.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, when he meets them, he just grabs their hand, sticks it down their pants, and goes, "You want
grabs
some
their
of this?"
butt, grabs their boob.
He just grabs their hand and tells them, "You want some of this?"
I think it's just because they used to say we used to say this. People used to say thing about Biggie Smalls, like he said, big, black, ugly as ever, but however, Gucci, right? But he look at what his first wife was that Sega what's her name? But
yeah, but he was making bitches famous.
Yes, there you go. That's
Billy
why
Bob Thornton ain't making nobody famous. He was
Billy Bob Thornton is a writer. He's a producer. He's a show.
But I mean, when he was younger, he wasn't nothing. Like he wasn't popular.
What he did? When he went with what's the name? He was
Jolie. He wasn't big when he made that movie.
Yes, he was a producer. He didn't. He wasn't. He was. You didn't see him on TV.
What movie y'all talking about?
No, we
I
talking
think Monsters Ball or some shit. The one he made with Angelina Jolie.
He played there, but Billy Bob is a producer. He's a writer. He greenlights movies. This is before he started acting.
Could be, but I don't know if he was a producer.
Yeah, he's the one that he plays when he goes.
What's he do?
Know what song was good? I loved him in Bad Santa.
Yeah, that he produced.
Bad Santa is different. Yeah, but he had money by then.
No, he didn't have money by then.
He's not even worth a lot, I don't think. Let's see how much he's worth, man.
Yeah, check and see how much he's worth. Because Billy
Bob only worth $45 million. He ain't worth that much.
Oh, only $45 million.
That's nothing.
Pops, you know how much $45 million could do?
Do you know how? What you think? $45 million you could make a movie?
No,
no. I'm talking about living life.
When you're a producer, you're the one putting the money up.
But you're not putting now nowhere near.
Hold on, but the properties and all like the people that all the pictures, they also help out and put into that.
Well, they got investors, sure.
Right. So
you know how much Angelina's worth? I didn't even look yet. She got to be worth a few $100 million, at least 200-300.
She got rid of her boobs or whatever.
I bet you she's worth a lot more than him.
Probably, but still, that doesn't show that.
Worth $120 million. It says.
How much is Brad Pitt worth? Compared to her,
he's probably worth maybe 150. I'm guessing. If he's worth more than Angelina, let's see. Brad Pitt net worth. Let's see. I didn't look at it yet, but I say 150 or better. Let's see net worth. Maybe 200 even. Let's see. Wow, he's worth 300 million. Damn.
That's because the stuff that he owns and how much he get. And plus Jolie, Billy Bob, Jolie, you know who her father is, right?
Yeah. Okay. I love her father. He's funny as shit in Ray Donovan.
I didn't see. Did I see Ray Donovan? Yeah.
The one with Liev Schreiber.
Yeah.
Yo, the first episode, he's up in a hotel with hookers doing cocaine. I loved it.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm going to end this because it's getting that time. Okay. You guys got anything you want to say? I'm going to end this up.
No, I appreciate it.
Yeah, because I've been on for almost 4 hours, so I'm getting tired. I got to go eat. But guys, thanks for coming on.
No problem.
And you can fool Fun Eric. New show going to be on soon. Anyway, let me see. I'll just leave off with something so we could I always try to leave off with something. Let me see. What do I got here? Oh, this is a pretty good one. Anyway, this is Pops.
Nice.
Once again. Yeah, right. Once again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in, and may the Almighty bless you and your family. And Pops out.